Hey girls.
Hey girl.
Two cars.
Sorry.
I know you're super sick, man. You don't need to use your energy.
How are you, bro? You good?
Yeah, I'm nice, man. I just finished work, and hey everybody. Just man, it's got cold here though.
Like here too. It's
Yeah,
cold.
it's wild, isn't it? Like we got snow for the first time the other day.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just
Nice.
Jasper, come on up, man.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
Hey girl.
Hey girl.
Hey, girl.
What's oh guys, Tuco's a bit under the weather. So
Yeah, you can definitely hear.
we're
Yeah,
gonna be
we'll let you talk. Sorry. I will be here listening, but don't have too much voice. Sorry.
Oh, Mikey.
that means you have to channel your inner Tuco, guys.
Yeah.
Whenever you feel like the moment arises, the perfect Tuco comment, just drop
For
it in.
real.
I will be
But
listening.
even Tuco is tired sometimes, and a little
Yeah.
bit sick.
I will be a listener today.
Yeah, that's fine. We have a lot to discuss, I think.
Yeah. It's a big one today.
Heck yeah. Hey everyone here. I know T Dog, you're gonna share with us the plans so far. Come on up when you're ready, man. Jasper, how are you, my friend?
Yeah, doing good, man. Like nothing really special, but yeah, just doing good.
What's the most special thing that's happened to you? In fact, what's the most mundane thing that's happened to you today, man? Forget special. You said nothing special.
Oh, I mean, it was fucking snowing today, so actually it was not like super mundane. It was like a really uh, insane bike ride to work.
I'll bet, man.
It was slipping and sliding, but so actually it was quite fun today. But I mean, like nothing special is going on or something like that.
Dutch, you might be the only people who would still have a license to drive their bicycle in icy conditions. No other nation is trusted to be as daring as you guys
Nah,
on
don't tell
bicycles.
me none of you bicycle. But even today, like a lot of people told me, like, did you go home with the bicycle today?
Really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because it was really icy and you know.
So you're like even suicidal amongst Dutch people. All Dutch people are like, "Whoa, Jasper, you're extra Dutch."
Yeah, actually I kind of overestimated it or underestimated it, I must say, because I thought it was not gonna be so bad, but it turned out it was pretty bad.
Did you fall?
No, 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 I didn't fall. No.
Skills.
But I should have just taken the bus, basically.
Well, I did the same. Oh, it wasn't as bad, but I got my moped, and it's only bad for about 30 meters of just pure ice on my road, and it's downhill. And my tire just, I don't know what this is called, but it like when it hits the ice, it just stops. So it just goes like dead weight. So I have to like roll my my moped, but it's not nearly as
What the
risky.
hell?
Yeah.
It
So
doesn't really sound like a convenient transport vehicle.
well, once you get past the ice, it's great. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right, Jasper,
It
hang on a
just
second. You just said you rode your bike. Yeah. But
yeah,
yeah,
that wasn't ideal either.
we're both crazy. T Dog, slow. How's it going, guys?
Hey, hi everyone.
Hey, girl.
Hey
What's up?
girl.
Yeah, good, man. Good. Just looking forward to what you have to share today, man. It sounds like you've been cooking. You guys have been cooking away with some plans.
Ah, hope so. Yeah, yeah. We have a lot of things to discuss today, I guess, and it's a big space for to start and concretize the organization of Amsterdam 2026. I think we have a lot of things to discuss with the community. Uh, Having the feedback, what the people think about the venues, dates, goal of and the purpose of the conference. So yes, I have a lot of information to give, and I'm still waiting for a lot of information from the venues. But I have a couple of things to share, and maybe we can discuss that deeper during the space.
I put it your tweet, T-Dog, on the
Oh,
Jumbotron with all
thank
the
you.
stuff to discuss.
Thanks, Toko.
Useful talking points. Tuco's like the master puppeteer now behind the background.
I will put some tweet in the Jumbotron and use the soundboard today only.
We need like, what are the Tuco sounds? Hey girl.
Hey girl.
Hey, girl.
That's what immediately comes to mind, of course.
Slow, how you doing, man?
Good. Sorry. Good. 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 I don't need to talk about anything. I just wanted to be a speaker so I could say hey real quick to all of my favorite people.
What's up?
I just got
Yeah.
so excited when I saw everyone in here.
Hey girl.
Hey, girl. Oh, also, Taylor, if you're listening, very excited for whatever you're going to be doing. Can't wait to talk to you in whatever capacity I can to help out. But man, everyone here is just so amazing.
Can you fill me in? I probably missed it.
I don't know if I can fill you in because I don't know anything. There were a
Just
few things that Taylor and I had DM'd back and forth about. So
so
and I got the
basically,
heart,
this
so
is
she's
just like
listening. Nice.
you're dropping a little teaser.
Yeah. The alpha's coming, boys.
All right.
No. You guys are all amazing.
that's left us with the cliffhanger now.
Yeah, for sure.
When's the reveal? Taylor, you might have to come up and
Yeah, you'll
at
have
least
to
give
talk
us a
to Taylor
teaser.
for that.
What were you? What was your Star Wars bit the other day, Slow? You said if we can steal a moment of this space is to talk about the second most important thing after SPX, which is obviously Star Wars.
Obviously, Star
Oh.
Wars. Yeah. Star Wars A New Hope is the first movie that I can ever remember seeing. I think I must have seen it when I was like, I don't know, 4 years old or something, Um, I don't know how old I was. I could have been older or younger, but that's like the first movie I ever remember, um, because of obviously how amazing it is. And yeah, so growing up, Star Wars was like always just a huge thing for me. I love sci-fi. I'm a total nerd, obviously, if you couldn't tell by everything about me. Um, and like Jedi are just a first love. The whole like Jedi
Yeah.
code and everything about them has always been very near and dear to my heart. So
You would have. I think you're like. I think you said in the spaces you're like mid-30s.
yeah.
So you would have got. I think I had the same. There was like the re-release, right, where they put it all into the cinemas. Because I had the same when I was a kid. Like,
Sure.
and they were re-released, but like in a really cool way. So they were like relevant again.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I saw it in theaters. I just mean like not like I saw it in the movies. I just saw it on my TV, but um I don't know if I
Ah,
but I will say that to add on to that, I do remember the day that I don't know when the like Star Wars Episode 1 got released, but I do remember my dad coming home. This is a very like vivid memory. My dad came home and he was like, "I got tickets to Star Wars Episode 1. We're going in like 30 minutes." And I basically exploded. And my life has never been the same since. Everything Star Wars is just, I love the whole universe and everything about it. So
You were so excited, and then you got Jar Jar Binks, which for a kid was magic.
well, you know, Jar Jar Binks was great when I was like 8 years old.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, this is awesome.
Imagine like the insult if you'd have like grown up with Star Wars. Like you were like you watched the originals in the 70s, and then like everybody was getting so hyped up, and then 99 came along, and you were like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is a Jar Jar Binks? And where has my legacy
Oh
gone?
my God. Yeah. Yeah. I remember being like pretty confused when I was a kid about, you know, because not long after you started seeing photos of like Jar Jar's head on a pike being circulated around, you know, because people just hated him so much. And I was like, I'm not sure what's going on. This is really intense though.
No, like episode 1 was like, I think that's the only other film, just because the soundtrack was so good, the fight scenes were so
Oh
good,
my God.
the like
Yeah.
the bad guy was so good. Like
I know.
the pod racing.
I
Are you kidding
know.
me?
Yeah, we're gonna have to make a Star Wars space, actually, Seth. That's what we'll need to do. We'll make a Star Wars space and just talk about Star Wars for a few hours.
We have to slow, otherwise everyone else is just gonna leave.
And
But
maybe, oh, you know what? That would be. Sorry, I know I'm not trying to hijack this, but it would be a really cool idea to do like a Star Wars marathon watch party, like on
oh,
Discord. You know?
that would be sick. Like Eon Go was hosting them before, right?
Yeah,
Maybe
exactly.
that would be sick. Yeah, let's definitely do it. I'm
I'd
writing
be
it
there in
down.
a heartbeat.
Holy crap! Yeah, it's about time. I haven't seen it for like a couple of years now, so
Yeah, I haven't either.
let's make it happen, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's
Yeah.
message afterwards.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Ilya, hey man, come on up. Taylor, I saw you jumped up for a moment. You jumped down. Where did you go? Oh, that was our one shot, and she's scared her off.
The Star Wars talk scared her off. Hey, I'll switch back to just being a listener, but I'll be hanging out and listening. So, love all you guys and good talking. Talk soon.
Yeah, thanks for coming up, man. Love you too, bro. Hey, Ilya. Oh, Taylor, come back up if you can. Hey,
Hey
Ilya.
girls.
Hey,
How
girl.
Hey girl.
What's going on with you, brother?
Good, good.
Give us the juiciest
How-
news in Ilya's world.
A lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff.
That
Ah,
juicy, yeah?
so many activities. Yeah, but need to hustle. I mean, this year, I feel should be fire for sure in all directions.
Is that like personal life or cognitive sphere? Both.
Everything. So many. Yeah. But I need to raise a lot of money in my company. And plans to buy a house likely finally. So many stuff.
It's awesome, mate. Are you like a inner city guy? Or are you like more out in the suburbs or countryside?
Yeah, suburbs. Yep. As usual.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it was. Oh, Idea Hazard put up a post earlier about owning guns, and I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
I would love to
Yeah.
just live out in the
Yeah.
nature and then just get some guns, go shoot some stuff, animals, not people. I think it'd be sick.
That's really easy here. Really easy. Yeah. And yeah, I mean uh, it's kind of good stuff, I think, and it's also, I mean, good culture in terms of, because I discussed recently with a couple of my friends, and like they talked about Chicago, like the actually owning actually increased in kind of increased the risk of those guns being used against owners,
Oh,
right? And
really?
I think it's maybe because of kind of lack of good culture, like actually how to use them and so on, and like all the safety stuff. But over here, yeah, I think it's much better, and yeah, kinda everyone understands that surroundings like others easily could have guns and actually most likely know how to use them. Prefer not to touch each other, right?
Yeah, 100%. Like, good good gun hygiene sounds like 101, right? Do not shoot your friends.
Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, maybe even kind of more respect, including like on the roads as well, right? But still, there are a lot of kind of crazy guys how they driving, especially on some trucks and so on. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, I think pretty good, pretty safe.
Good, man. It's good to have you here, mate. It's good. You guys, real soon, T-Dog's going to share with us some Amsterdam points to get ready. But Sidewalk, what you got to reveal it to us. You've been killing us.
Yeah, Taylor.
Hi
Hey,
guys.
girl.
Hey, girl.
Hey girls.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
Hey girl. I no, happy Monday. Yeah, gun safety is probably the most important thing, right? Gun safety. Oh, gotta be safe.
Yeah. Are you like a holder? Is that like a thing where people just walk around like with holsters and guns with them? And
In
am I
Texas,
just
yeah. I am personally not, no, but I grew up around guns and they, you know, it's a good sport, but you just have to be really safe because a lot of things could go wrong.
You have for sure seen some things go wrong, I think.
Yes, yes. Sometimes not so funny, but um no, I just have been taking some time to like figure out exactly what kind of project I want to do. And I think that I want to do a podcast, so like a single monologue of me talking about cryptocurrency and like DCAing and SPX and stuff, but having AI is like the moderator. So like AI like asking me questions about SPX and like having like a cute girl being like the moderator of us having a conversation going back and forward.
Oh, that's sick. That's like is that like a sort of on-screen hype looking avatar
Yes.
AI look?
Yes. Yeah. So I think it's gonna take a
Wicked.
little while for me to like figure out how to put it all together and like edit it. So I could probably only put out like one every couple of weeks or something like that. And I like really want to have the best topics. And so I like the first topic being like the artistic like value of SPX as a whole because it's so important. Just like us coming together, being able to create stuff. That's the value that I think that's the value of SPX. So I'm just trying to figure out that's like the first topic and the avatar being like really dope. I want her to be like it's gonna take a while to create, but it's something that I'm holding like near and dear to my heart. So um yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
well done.
excited. Thank you.
What was like the inception of the thought? Where did it come from?
I think I don't know. I just like I really wanted to incorporate AI into something, but I also wanted to make it more like like AI's being the person that's asking me the questions, not like us asking AI the questions. And so that would like make the spin on it, kind of, if that makes any sense. Because we're constantly going to AI for questions, but I want AI to ask me questions.
That's sick. How do you like? What do you prompt it with? Like, make me challenging questions for. You can tell I don't prompt AI. It's obviously not.
Right. It won't be like completely. Yeah. I'll prompt it. Hopefully it'll work out. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But y'all are amazing. You guys are so inspiring to me every single day with everything that you write. Whatever. It's just like every single day I'm going to X and the cognitive sphere. I'm just like, oh my gosh, you guys are so inspired. Every single one of you are just like so inspiring. It's amazing. So
Yeah, we love you, Taylor.
love you guys. Have a good space.
Yeah,
Thank you,
thanks for
girl.
coming up. And even if you like, I just had a thought before you jump off. Like, even if you or if you thought you were gonna jump off, but like, even the bloopers, even as you're like experimenting, like, we would all love to see anything that you create and support it. So
Okay.
don't be
Cool.
Especially
shy,
the
because
bloopers, I would love to see.
yeah.
Wah. No, okay, heard. Love you guys.
Love you,
Amazing.
Love
girl.
you, girl.
See ya. Love you, girl.
That sounds amazing. Eon's creating. And
And
Jesse,
JC, how are you
What's
doing?
up, everybody? Sorry I was late, man. How's it going?
No, you okay, bro?
so good.
You're
I'm
Sorry,
glad.
Tuco.
Tuco, how you been? I did something. I sent you. I DM'd you today to check on you, make sure you're
Oh,
okay.
sorry. Didn't see. I'm a little bit sick these days. Sorry. Didn't see. I will respond to you. Sorry, JC.
That's okay. I just wanted to make sure you're okay. That's all.
And how are you, bro? Thank you.
Ama- amazing, amazing.
Nice.
I was coming on here. Is T Dog here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, Jesse.
Hey, T Dog, how are you, brother?
Good. How are you?
Good. So I responded to my team today and sent them the two dates, and they're gonna call me back and see what kind of pricing they can get. Like I said, I was just giving some suggestions from some of my business partners that live in Amsterdam. I gave them the list of your requirements, and they gave me those spaces. It doesn't have to be those spaces at all. I wanted to help out and see if I can get a preferred pricing because they do business with those guys. So I'm just waiting to hear back from them.
Oh, great.
Um, but I don't know. Did you guys get into the space, like the meeting for Amsterdam yet? Have you guys opened that up yet, or not really?
Not yet.
Oh,
Sorry, Tito.
Okay.
I
So T Dog, I wanted to give you some of my observations from the very successful first meeting in Miami at Art Basel. But at the same time, I want to tell you what I thought was a little bit of the non-connection that happened at the same time. So I'm just going to give you my take on the whole thing for educational purposes only, so your conference can be that much better than ours. And this is just my observation of what I saw and what I noticed. And I want to be as honest as I can be.
yep.
Yeah, obviously the pizza with pineapple was a very problem.
So my take on it was, first of all, it was an amazing conference and it really worked and everything was beautiful. And we had a really nice art gallery that kind of fits in with SPX because Art Basel and SPX, by the way, go together like peanut butter and jelly, right? Like the whole thing about Art Basel is creating art, music, NFTs, crypto, Mr. Beeple, all kinds of everything was there. So I will tell you that I'm planning to do another one next year at Art Basel and make
make Art Basel probably a yearly annual conference.
Cool.
If that, um, now the good thing was, and the bad thing. The good thing is, it was amazing to see everybody in all walks of life and all walks of type of people. Everything from punk rock to aeons to dubstep to surgeons to lawyers to people walking in off the street that were there for art and music the whole week, and it was really nice. And the venue was really nice. It was perfect. Grill Ape did an amazing job finding that venue. So there's been a little disconnect. I'm. How can I explain this? And this is my take. And I love everybody, and I want to, as we grow and we get bigger, I'm not necessarily sure that people understand how big this movement is. We're basically a $500 million company, right? I've been a surgeon for 13 years. Maybe my practice is worth 10 or 15 million dollars, right? But the actual SPX Cognisphere right now is worth $500 million. So I want to, I know the movement started with the aeons and the punk rock and the counterculture, but we're kind of also incorporating now normies and lawyers and doctors and companies and marketing and radio stations and podcasts and all kinds of stuff that's outside of what maybe the original concept was. Now, it's called the Cognisphere, and there's different branches of everything, and I think it's a beautiful thing. But I would just caution you, like I invited some lawyers and I invited some doctors and like professional people to the conference, and it, it was a little too. They didn't get the concept because it was a little too punk rockish for them. And when they asked somebody, well, what is SPX? Somebody said, oh, we're flipping the stock market. Yeah, that's great. I get all that. But like these people with money that I onboarded that came to the conference, like I was like, listen, gold was physical gold. Bitcoin was digital gold. This is spiritual gold. If you missed Bitcoin, jump in this. This is it. This is going to be the next one. They understood that more than, dubstep and anime and all that stuff that was started for. I understand that. But I would just caution you to not make it too counterculture, because you really have a lot of money and a lot of normies that are coming into this thing, and we need everybody. Like you don't want to make somebody be like, why am I here? Like this was 20 years ago. My kid in high school was doing this. You want to and that's just my personal opinion. I think it could cover everything, but I would caution you to not uh, alienate normal people.
I feel we need hype for this discussion.
Well, again,
I'm sorry, Jesse. Actually, a quick interrupt you and
yeah,
address a bit. So I'm totally understand and agree with these points, but also to address a bit, like for this purpose of like more serious stuff, we had a lecture, right? And so the keynote lecture, which had in like serious manner and like scientific like proof like way and like language addressing like many stuff, many questions. So what do you think about it? Like, is it like not enough?
no. Okay, so our agenda was perfect. Our agenda and our breakdown of the talks and everything, Ilya, that was amazing. With polymetric kicking off was amazing. I'm just saying the theme and like dressed in all black and like I get it. You do what you want to do, but I'm just telling you, we're growing to a point where like we can have everything and not just focus on that. Like like I thought I'm just cautioning you not to make it like going to a rave. That's all.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I actually, it should be something what we trying to build now and align online, like on X and all other platforms. So it should
Right.
be actually a very good balance between counterculture and like more norm friendly content. content, I feel. And still, like cyberpunk counterculture is crucial for us, and we should keep that as well, certainly. But that and likely it's also for IRL event. It should be maybe around same, and we should actually should be showing like both sides, also counterculture, cyberpunk,
Well,
and
there's
our
tons of
art.
sides. I mean, the thing about us is that there's counterculture, there's aeons, there's dubstep, there's artists, there's musicians, there's lawyers, there's doctors, there's bartenders, there's everything. So I would just include everything, you know,
But I
and
think
make it
Yeah,
maybe in Miami, the counterculture people in the group were overrepresented.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, maybe.
maybe you're right.
so naturally it was like a little bit more that way. Which is always in a group dynamic, right? One kind of overshadows. And maybe in one of our events, maybe the normie side will overshadow the more counterculture side. That's just my observation. But
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. So one of the observations I've been seeing already is that you guys already have like 3 times the people that said they're going to be there. You're already at 100 people. So I think you're absolutely right. I think you're going to see more of a variety this time because you have a lot more people that are coming.
yeah, so basically, I think that we don't have to put too much focus on it to uh, put in like things in
Right.
place.
I think it'll manage itself out if you make a good what Ilya did, but when he did like polymetrics talk, and then he did like the beginners, the people that were in there at the beginning, and then he did the aeons, and then he did the spirituality panel, then he did the business panel. Like all aspects can be in every single panel. If you do your schedule correctly, we can hit every single part of our culture.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. That's a great idea. Yeah.
Okay, so I will make a note from.
That way everybody can shine. We can show everybody how diverse we really are.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love it.
Super.
Remember, this is just coming from the observations that I took. I'm just throwing out what my thoughts were. This is no way
It's
said,
yeah,
I'm just
You don't
I
even have to
enjoyed it.
like
Yeah, it's perfect,
you
Jesse.
know,
Don't worry.
you can just say what you want to
no,
say
yeah,
Right.
without
no,
any.
I think it's super important, and for sure, it's actually it would be already a different situation for you guys for your event, like as Jesse told also, and also you have kind of more warriors, more people who going like IRL and kind of get used to talk to people and like explain them like in normal friendly way, like conversationally, what is it about, right? And
Right.
so you basically just can prepare maybe guys a bit, like determine who would be like like the main or persons who would deal with or
Did
who would
did
talk to
did
explain to
polymetric
outside people.
did polymetric confirm? Is he coming?
I don't think
I don't think
so.
so.
I don't think
No,
Because
he
so.
told me that.
if somebody can grab his lecture, if he'll allow that, I think it should be sent again. Like that will that lecture was
Brother,
incredible.
you should do that one.
Well, I was gonna maybe do a different one. I'm thinking, I don't know if I have the time, but I'm really thinking about putting together a proof of human lecture compared to
All right.
as it accords to SPX.
Yes, it would be a great idea, and we are still looking for people for making talk. We are
I really am planning on doing it. I just can't commit to it yet because I'm
yeah.
gonna write a book about proof of human in SPX as well. But I'm just not sure if it will be ready at that point in time.
Okay, no worries.
But if I feel I can get something that comes across well, I'll be happy to show it to everybody.
Yeah,
And
Okay.
cool.
I'm sure it's also maybe better to have new keynote lectures. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah,
polymetrics was incredible for sure, but I'm sure there are a lot of sick thinkers, like European like thinkers, like philosophers,
For
like
sure.
more
But that was so
like scientific
incredible.
ways, and
That was
who
like
could
that was so incredible. That was like Murad's 2049 talk. Like that was just such an incredible talk. He's gonna get a PhD because of that lecture. That's what he's using that as his PhD thesis. It's gonna be amazing. Yeah.
maybe Nobel lecture, huh?
It was really amazing.
Nobel
The other thing that I think Ilya would say is whatever you guys. Sorry, are you guys there?
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, are you there? Whenever you do your schedule, I think Ilya, you'll agree with me. Add 2 or 3 hours because the whole thing's always going to run behind.
Yes, for sure. I that's actually what I wanted to address. Like at first, when you started like talking about flows, so our limitation actually was that it's because of gallery. So I would start definitely earlier, but we could only enter like 11, and the event was planned like to 12. And also we were limited, so from 12 to 6, right? So we basically didn't have like all day all day window for our conference, right? So
We were 12.
tight.
We were 12 to 6, and
Yeah.
we didn't really get to the business panel.
Yes,
And the free
and-
speech panel. We didn't
Yeah,
get to
but-
like the free speech panel and the business. We
Yeah.
probably could have used another 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's definitely if you guys can. So in your case, when you choose book space, try to book like the whole day, and then also just use maybe I think 3 hours, like 2 to 3 hours for like preparation, really good preparation. Yeah, and then just try to keep the schedule as planned.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So it's maybe the plan didn't fit with the reality. So you estimate the good estimation of a preparation is longer than you usual first.
Right. I mean, because
Yeah.
everybody, the panel would go or the talk would go, and then there was always follow-up questions and like really good questions and really good talks. And it's like it's hard to just shut it down right in the middle of it.
Yeah, I can share again if you don't have guys. I can share schedule what we did right, and so yeah, you can just do it longer and add maybe 15-20 minutes like to every of them. But also, I
Yeah.
mean, it depends on the. So in our case, why we started late, or maybe an hour later, because we had to prepare a gallery and we had a lot of art, right? So it really depends. How much
Yeah, we had
art
like multiple TVs, multiple panels, like multiple art things that we set up. Like it was beautiful. It was amazing. You know, really,
Yeah.
it was a very, very, very well done conference. It just it always takes a little longer than you're scheduled. You know, if you have somebody scheduled for 20 minutes, I would just add an extra 10 minutes for questions. You know, it's not going to end at 20 minutes. It's going to be 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know the idea as well? Like Jesse, you brought your medical friends. It might also be relevant to think about who we're trying to bring in, because obviously if we go and try and bring a bunch of medical people in, then it would make the most sense to make it more corporate looking. Or if we get students, I guess it depends if that's something that we're looking to do to identify like a crowd, or if we're going for anybody, because then it sounds like being a bit more varied. But I do think that there might be an advantage to leaning towards whatever demographic we might
Maybe do it more GameStop looking, as it's kind of already kind of verified concept for like various populations, demographics.
yeah, it's pretty general in a good way, isn't it? GameStop, like it appeals to, and it's in the popular culture.
Yeah, or like combination like Bitcoin and GameStop.
I don't think a lot of
I don't
Europeans know about GameStop, to be honest.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know,
really?
I know. Yeah, that's yeah, I think that's true. I also actually didn't know about that before.
Yeah,
Uh,
I know about it now, and also there's a Netflix show about it. So maybe that's generating some awareness, but not a lot.
When we were in there as well, I think we can also, we were saying it before, right? That if some of us are hosting in terms of showing people around and maybe greeting them at the door and schmoozing a bit, like maybe I know that, for example, when I go out with Ruben, we have really different ways of communicating with people. And I
Right.
can feel where they just fall off talking to me and their eyes just light up when Ruben starts talking. And vice versa as well. There are times when they don't, oh, hey, Slow, are you rugging me? But yeah, so I also think that if we make a conscious effort to have maybe a selection of us at the sort of entry, I don't know how we'd actually discern who is what, but I
I
think just
I
just
don't
having a
I don't
yeah,
think you have to discern. I like I said, we have to stay true to who we are. But I'm just saying, like, it needs to be welcoming to all sorts of every sorts of lifestyle. Does that make sense?
yeah, 100%, man. Yeah, definitely authentic. But if we're
Like, art is art. Like, the art's the art. That's what I'm saying. The art speaks for itself. Like, that's edgy and counterculture. And then, but you also have crypto people that are starting to recognize, hedge funds and stuff that are starting to recognize this token. And whether we like it or not, that's a great thing for us. If you have lawyers and businessmen and CEOs that are coming to check out this token, like, that's a good thing to get to get past where we are.
Can I
Yeah.
can I speak to that?
Guys, I'm sorry, just a bit to it. I'm just quickly checked for the European examples. What is tax justice network? Do you know what is it?
What?
I'm just
No
actually
idea.
tax justice network. So there are, I mean, you can also like check later, but there are some popular movements like anti-government or anti-banking and anti-globalization that are like
Where's the
well known
Baba?
in I'm sorry.
No, I was talking to my daughter. Sorry.
So the
you're just trolling Ilya there.
I'm not getting a bottle for myself. I promise.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
No, somebody wanted to say something about what I said about the businesses and the hedge
yeah, I'm
funds and
sorry,
stuff.
I'm interrupted somewhere.
Yeah. Can you guys hear me okay? I think I keep
Yes,
Yeah, we got
cutting
you, mate.
out.
there
Okay,
you
okay,
go.
okay. I'm gonna play devil's advocate because it's what I like to do. Um I would here's what I would say about what you're saying, Jesse, because I hear what you're saying and I think I pretty much agree with most of it. Um the one thing I would kind of add to the conversation, and I mean that not necessarily as like being adverse to what you're saying.
No, we're
Um
brothers, man. We're
yeah,
brothers.
because I really do think I definitely hear what you're saying, and there's so many ways in which SPX can turn people off because of how like edgy it is, and like what's up with all these anime girls, and all this stuff. Um, I would add that to some extent we don't want to be welcoming towards everyone, and here's what I mean by that is that SPX is counterculture, which means there is a particular culture, there is a particular lifestyle, there is a particular uh, economic background that we are counter towards. And so there is a sense in which I know what you're saying in terms of we want money to flow in, we want liquidity to flow into SPX, obviously. But I would argue that we don't want hedge funds and institutions and those types of things more than we want them, because in my opinion, like SPX isn't really anything different than Bitcoin, except we haven't lost our culture and we haven't lost our cypherpunk entity and values and all of those things. And I know that that's not what you're advocating for, Jesse, so I'm not trying to make it sound like you are. I think, like I said, just to add to the conversation, I think it's something that we always have to keep in mind. Otherwise, we kind of just turn into Bitcoin again, which frankly is like, to some extent, Bitcoin sold out. They
Well,
sold out their
I'm
culture.
not sure about that. We're gonna agree to disagree because they were a financial institution coin from the beginning. The whole point of Bitcoin was to flip the financial fiat dollar into a digital currency. So, like, they were gunning for those banks and those institutions the whole time. That's why they're at, $2 trillion. My thing is, I'm not sure a lot of the Aeons understand and I'm not putting anybody down that they understand that this is now a $500 million token. Okay. The only way to get to that $100 billion token or more that Murad says, he'll even say this, is you have to bring the money in, but not sell out for it. So you're right. We need to keep what we stand for, which is spiritual gold, right? So like in the thing that Spacey made, gold was physical gold, Bitcoin was digital gold, and SPX is now the new spiritual gold, right? In order to become spiritual gold, like, we're really gonna have to allow in everybody. There's no one that we can't allow in.
No, I mean
Well,
everybody is
obviously.
welcome in the Cognosphere, that's for sure. But what Slow is saying, like, we have this um, ideal customer profile, right? For
Which
SPX.
is not healthy. But that's not
I
healthy
think
to get bigger.
you say
I
we're.
disagree.
I think everybody, every
Maybe I'm wrong.
meme should have like an ideal profile, which they aim for. Once you say
Well,
Yeah, I
we
don't
are
want.
like
for
I
I
said,
do
everybody.
not want everyone in SPX. I'll just say that, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
there's nothing
And I
wrong with
don't think
that.
it's unwelcoming either. There's just a particular kind of, like,
And
there
it's
is a
not like
particular kind
everybody
of
can't,
wealth.
I'm not particularly into anime, but I really like the art in SPX, for example. So I think
Right,
we should
exactly.
also not underestimate how large of a community we can create with the culture we already have and the type of art style we already have established.
Right. Well, what I believe is, like, okay, I believe in proof of human. I believe that the most valuable commodity in 10 or 15 years is going to be the cognosphere. I'll tell you why. This is why I believe this is what came to me in my meditation of why this token is the token. Because in 10 to 15 years, the new commodity and the new money is going to be proof of human to human contact, human to human talking, human to human collective. We're almost to the point where you don't even know anymore if you're talking to a AI, a bot, or whatever, and it's going to get worse. So where's the value going to be? The value is going to be in the cognosphere, where it's proof of human, where you can talk to somebody and know that you're talking to a human being, or you're engaging with human beings. That's going to be the biggest. That's why this token has the opportunity to do what Bitcoin's going to do, because it's going to be proof of human. It's going to be a place where human beings can come find other human beings. And I'm telling you, in the future, that's going to be very, very, very hard. My child's best friend might be a robot or an AI.
Real quick, guys. Some new eons just jumped up. Join the conversation. Unc, I know you got your hand up. Just jump in anytime.
Hey, what's going on, girls?
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
So,
Hey, girl.
man, y'all are the best, man. Y'all are the fucking best. So like just listening to this whole conversation, right? I think I think there's a ton of value, There's a massive range of people that can't stand. It's like when you think about it, it's like small businesses are against the 500 too, right? Like the small businesses are getting absolutely hammered by these 500 companies that are just sucking everything up, right? And so I think there's a lot of value in playing to the small business crowd. Because in essence, what we can do if we have small businesses, and they're involved in SPX, You know, one, there's tax ramifications that can help them. But two, they automatically, if they leap in and jump into the cognosphere and kind of show what they're doing in their small business and shout out SPX, we're a huge marketing wing for them. And, you know, marketing is a massive part of all of these businesses. And I think there's a lot of time before, you know, and let's say some hedge fund jumps in when we're at some crazy number. At the end of the day, you can throw money at us, but you can't overtake us because we're so diversified, because they can't take our voice, because we're decentralized. So they can throw money, right? But I think we're so far away from that. And I think there's a lot of money in the middle. And I think that's where our value right now is, not trying to, you know, we don't have to worry about leaping up to the top right now. I think there's a lot of room to grow before that.
I agree with you, brother. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Is that you, Grillo?
What's going on, bro?
Hey, girl.
Just tagged in here.
Yeah, it's a big bunch of Eon speakers today. This is great. We got opinions. Throw in the mix,
Yeah, we got
Grillo.
Hey,
opinions.
girl. Hey,
I
girl.
love
Hey,
it.
girl.
Yes, can I just add a little things? Uh, First thing, it's maybe all these things started because we have like an exchange of a message with Jesse, I think a few days ago, because we were talking about the new selection. So we were still in the searching something we can fit with our movement. So Jesse proposed the place named Zoku, which is a beautiful place, which is located on the rooftop in a hotel. And so the discussion started because I just sent a message to Jesse saying maybe it's a bit too much for a movement. I totally agree. It's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful view, very, very cozy, very nice. And we just have a small exchange by message where I was saying maybe it's a bit too much for receiving the Amsterdam conference. So we just have an exchange of messages about this topic and the fact that yes, he was wondering if it was not good to go on a better place, on a better venue for the Amsterdam conference. So everything started from here. So I was wondering if we can maybe have a next maybe talk about this venue and talk about what venue we need to choose, if we need to choose something more countercultural or more mainstream, and that was the point.
Like, I suppose with limited knowledge of what they have there, is it kind of capacity wise that you're thinking of, like too large, like scaling it down so that it's more like cafe size, or is that?
Oh no, it was more about the style of
Oh,
the
sorry.
venue and the price as well,
Yeah,
because
So,
that's important.
all right, let me explain it. So basically, I I have some business partners in Amsterdam. They're based in Amsterdam, and I gave them the list of what T Dog asked to give them to make sure that what venues match the list that he gave. They gave me a couple of venues. T Dog it's a beautiful venue. It's cool. It's a rooftop at a hotel. It fits up to 200 people. It's a cool spot. But his question to me was, well, is it too like nice, and he's like, is that gonna like, is it maybe we should get something that's more counterculture? And
yeah,
so I didn't really, coming from my world, right, Dr. Shaw's world, I didn't really understand that because it was really nice. It has a rooftop, it has a balcony where everybody could go out and have drinks and breaks and everything like that. And I was gonna work, and my people know the owner, so I was gonna try to get a price. But then the question came up, well, maybe we should do more counterculture and put it like in a theater. But like to me, that's like there's no windows. It's like a rave. Like it's like you're going to like a rock concert. And maybe that's right. I don't know, but I can tell you that the gallery was beautiful. The way that we did it at Art Basel was it was counterculture, but at the same time it was classy.
I was thinking maybe this is a bit too extreme, but affordability to get everybody there, as long as it's got windows and air to breathe in, we could potentially make it cooler ourselves. You know, like we could bring drinks and put on like a barbecue, and I'm really mindful of how much they're going to cost and asking the community for that money. Is that feasible? And everybody's said they want to come, but I'm I genuinely, this is just for myself, wouldn't care if it was in a barn and we just made the party ourselves, because I think the numbers, how it looks for us and how it looks for online is what matters. And if it's a swanky bar, it would be really cool. But is that going to limit who can come and who it's accessible to?
Co-sign,
And,
brother.
and another point here.
The only thing is that the only reason why I totally agree with you is I just let me get a price before anybody makes a decision. Let me see what my guys say. Maybe they get it to us for half price. I don't know. I'm gonna find out today or tomorrow.
Yeah, I would say
Okay.
just get the quote. I would recommend getting a quote from Jesse, and just keep the eyes open in general.
Yeah, yeah.
And
We would like to have all options on the table. It would be great to have multiple options and
Right.
maybe
And
decide based on
we also
price.
have to know if we also have to figure out which weekend. I'm gonna ask for both weekends, but these places might not have both weekends.
Yep, but just if we have a price just for one weekend and another price for because there is two choice. There is the May the 9th or May the 16th. So if we have multiple options on different weekends, so maybe we can take a decision based on price and location and everything, maybe.
Yeah.
And maybe fix a date now could block some possibility and some
Right.
options. So
Right.
having both on the table and then maybe decide this week or next week and start from here.
Perfect.
And yes, because to be honest, I received the pricing for the Tobacco
Yeah. No.
Theater.
No. The price
It's
info that you got is for a normal person who doesn't know the owner.
yes, it's awful. It's like
mm,
it's
Right.
Yeah.
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 Get the rates, and then I would say just go from there. And honestly, if you're local, pick out which ones you want to see, and then feel it out when you get there.
yeah,
Correct. Yeah,
and
and remember, guys, I'm just giving suggestions. This is Europe. This is Aon
Yeah.
Europe's conference.
Like
I'm in no
even with
way.
me, guys, when I was picking the venue, like there was so many options coming my way. The only way I was able to kind of feel for it was when I stepped out of my play and went there, and I said, okay, no, this is it. I need you guys to trust me, And
yeah.
then it was very successful. In the end of the day, it's based on what you feel, how the AOs will kind of feel the energy, and just go from there.
yeah.
Jasper,
Right.
is there anywhere that you have kind of seen when you're obviously got feet on the ground there? Is there anywhere that stands out to you as a spot that we might not be considering, but or a district or something that we might be worth investigating?
To be honest, not really, because I don't really keep my eyes peeled for like event locations or something like that.
Fair play,
Um,
fair play.
but yeah, I thought
Guys,
I thought the location that T Dog first shared is very cheap compared to what you get. I'll say that. And then I really like the Tobacco Factory as well, um, as the secondary location. But
a-
it's very expensive.
another point, guys, what you should consider
T Dog.
and
T Dog. Was
decide.
the tobacco theater, was that more expensive or less expensive than the Zuku Live?
Oh, because Zoku depend on the number of people. So the starting price was 130 per person. So
Right.
multiplied by 200, it's like 26,000. it was
Right now.
Yeah, that's unnecessary.
That's not the real price.
okay.
Remember, that's not the right price. That's the price on the
Yeah,
website.
Okay.
yeah. Get a quote. Get a quote from Jesse. Get a quote, and then go from
I
there.
will. I'll get a quote. The other thing, I can't stay on too long today, but T Dog, there was one other thing that we talked about. I think on our text messages. Our conference we made free. I think it could be $25 a ticket.
Yeah, because
Actually, I
especially
think we should, I was actually thinking to make tickets actually. Is that weird?
No, I think tickets should be $25. I think we've grown. Like I said, we're a $500 million company. I think that our tickets can be $25 is extremely cheap. Just something to help contribute. That everybody that comes will at least buy a ticket.
yeah,
Well,
I guess we have no choice because fundraising this kind of amount seems really difficult to make because when it was 30 people, maybe okay, but at this point it's maybe 200 people attending. So yeah, I don't think
Right.
we can make it without a ticket price.
Well, I'm gonna do what I did for the Miami conference and donate $1,000.
Thank you.
So
I love that.
I mean,
Thank
yeah,
you, Jesse.
Love you,
Thank you.
Jesse.
I'm gonna donate $1,000, and like I said, it's your conference. I want you guys to enjoy it. I do plan on doing the Art Basel one. I do plan on doing the Art Basel one every year with Grilly.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Can I just say I will see Jesse's $1,000 as well and put that into
There
the
we
pot.
go. Aeon's
More than
come
happy.
through.
Love you,
Thank
girls.
you,
Damn,
Love you,
Love you
girl.
guys.
girls.
thank you, girls.
That's
Before
how
you
we
dis
do it,
Yeah.
guys. That's
now
how we do it.
before Jesse disappears, can I just bring you back to the other conversation that was happening earlier, just so I can let you know my thoughts on this. So the conversation about sort of professionalism, big company, and so on. I do think if I had to say what I thought was one of the biggest risks to SPX right now is that it actually becomes too serious and doesn't pull in the youth. And like I say this as one of the oldest unks as in SPX, and so apologies to all the other unks. But I think we might get labeled to be an unk coin if we're not too careful,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and I think it is like, Murad being the more millennial and appealing, like if you think about GameStop as well and the people that were in GameStop, it was like actually a younger generation for the most
Hey,
part.
I
I'm
don't mean
sure
to.
it was
I don't
wide
mean to
ranging.
interrupt, but who's
Yep.
talking right now? Because I want to know who this is because this is such a good
Sounds
point.
like Dubby, right?
It's
It's dubbing.
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 Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Dubby.
Yeah.
Sorry. All right.
Uh, And anyway, so one of the things I always say is I do love how multi-generational SPX is, but I think if this is to become a cultural phenomenon, it will become that. But even if they're not the ones that put the most money into the coin, it will be the ones that actually spread the message far and wide and actually appeal to them. So we do need to keep that kind of youthful appeal with
100%.
all of our
I love that.
content, with
Right.
all of
I
what
agree with you.
we're doing.
I love what
And
you just said, Dub. That's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
Thank you for that.
So
And you know what?
I
I'm
think
glad.
yes. Go
Can I
on.
say something?
Yeah,
Can I say
sure.
I'm glad that you guys are teaching me because again, you guys are teaching somebody who's not from that age group. I'm probably like you, Dub. I'm 50.
Yeah,
So it's, I don't know how old you are, but I guess I'm more than
48.
all right. So we're actually like grandfathers, right? Or unks, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
But so you're teaching me that aspect. So I appreciate that, and it means a lot. And this is what's so cool about this cognosphere is that, like I was explaining the other day, as a surgeon, this cognosphere has allowed me to express how important plant medicine is to me, where I can't even talk about that in my professional field. They'll think I'm a quack. So like this group gives me a lot of leeway to learn about and how to express myself in all different ways.
And
Yeah,
actually,
and also
Jesse, what you said wasn't particularly wrong either. You made a lot of good points as well.
Thank you.
And
I think we're all making good points. That's what
and
this was about, right? That's why we did the spaces.
Exactly.
and the way I look at it is, if you think of sort of all the revolutionary movements as well, like of course they had their elders that were like telling the youth, if you like and leading the way and say, look what we did and look how we fucked everything up, and this is like where we think we should be going, you know. So it's not that I totally get our sort of place in things, but also we have got to keep that, you know, young spark alive with everything that we do. So I don't want to court the suits quite yet, and the corporate vote quite yet. And I'm sure like that's not what that those people would come in for. We've got to find the ones that are also the revolutionaries in those industries if we can. That would be the real sweet spot, you know. Anyway,
Sorry,
so
Ilya,
just want to put that in there. And I also I think keeping the conference, just to add one more point, keeping the conference as open to as many people as possible and making it affordable. That's why I'm happy to throw in some money into the hat. I think is really important, basically. And actually, if we can demonstrate this gifting culture that is very prominent in SPX, you know, I think that's also something that we could actually play into a bit of marketing if we were clever about it. It's like, who can we sponsor to actually come and go that wouldn't have maybe otherwise ordinarily gone, you know. And I think there's plenty of people in the community that have the resources to like help make that happen. And that's why I'm going to throw in a few bucks myself.
Awesome,
That's
dude.
Also cool.
really
I love it.
generous. Thank you so much, guys, for that, for those contributions. I want to speak on behalf of Tuco because I don't want you to lose your poor voice, mate. I know you were gonna ask Ilya what his
yeah,
point was.
exactly. Exactly. Sorry, Ilya, you wanted to talk?
Yeah. What I want to talk. Yeah. So for the for the location, you should decide. And I guess it's important where actually when you locate it. So maybe the best option would be if it's located like in crowded place in downtown, walkable space. So and again, like if you want to do this like walk-in event like we did, right? And if it's walk-in, and there are a lot of benefits of doing this way. If it's walk-in, then I guess that like hotel rooftop wouldn't work, right? For instance, sort of like any similar. So you yeah, you probably want to be located like on the like first floor, really with easy access so that anyone like walking around can easily like walk in for a couple of minutes and check out what's going on there, uh, uh, get some merch, some cards, like SPX coins or whatever. Right, and then basically talk to people, and also, I mean, you can all same as what we did in on Art Basel during event or like before event, during event, people can like Aeons can like use horns, right, and just try to onboard people like welcome to the event, and I think it's very effective tool. So yeah, just think about this.
Yeah, if you want to do that, then I think the location on the north side of Amsterdam, we can delete that one because there's not going to be a lot of walk-ins there.
How about like student areas, Jasper? Maybe that's pinpointing
Yeah.
too much. I don't know if that's contrary to what the popular opinion
If we want to
is.
bring in the young people, then definitely.
Yeah, young people, and maybe actually specifically students. So there are places where there are a lot of students hanging out, like some specific days time. You're doing cool weekend try it. So basically try to attract them.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be like in the same street as the location, but even if we can walk there and go there with our
Yeah,
horns and stuff, then
I like that
yeah.
idea personally.
I definitely think it needs to be in the heart of Amsterdam.
Yeah. For the full experience, it must be.
Isn't the heart of Amsterdam like all of Amsterdam?
No.
I'm messing. Only half messing.
I told my wife we're gonna make it in the red light district.
The best place.
You scare her, Jesse. Holy crap! What was T-Dog? I know that you had a few points to list off. What were the next ones for you, man?
And sorry,
Oh,
guys. Yeah, if you have any questions to me specifically right now, because I also need to go very soon. But yeah, but we can talk also later, or I can talk.
Ilya, will you send them? Will you send them like a copy of the schedule that you made that day,
Yeah, sure. I will. Yeah, I can.
or send it to T Dog or Tuco
Yeah,
yeah,
can you
or
guys
Xmoc?
DM me your Gmail, and I will share access to that, maybe to the whole folder,
yeah, sure.
because there are also, yeah, I think there are also some other information in that folder. Anyway, I will
And
share with
then
you.
do you guys did you guys or have you set up like a European conference donation wallet yet?
Not yet.
Okay,
Not yet. We will first. I can set up one if it's if you can start fundraising now. It's gonna be even better. So yeah, I will set up a donation address for the conference. Sure.
perfect.
Yeah, we need to fix the date of the event ASAP. That's the most important. You had some points around Doug.
Yeah, maybe actually also, I'm so sorry, but just a quick idea. Think about some prizes, maybe for like normie, not holders, normie, so that they could participate in some activities or something, right? And be able to win
They
SPX.
can win SPX, obviously.
Yeah,
Right.
so you can like, yeah, give them that like 3D SPX coins, like with wallet address
Yeah.
and so on, like keys.
Yeah, and also we have a quick discussion with Leighton because we were wondering if we make a donation or price, but if we make a price, entry fees. So do we made an entry fees in euro or an entry fee in SPX? Because the main issue, if we are receiving SPX, we are going to sell it to pay for every expenses. So
I would do euro. I would do like either euro or USDT, something like that.
Yeah,
yeah,
ETH Sol also, yeah, but yeah, preferably not SPX, I think, yeah, because yeah.
so we
I
can.
would do like USDC, USDT,
Mm.
Tether. You know, it's just
Yeah.
something that's you can just go cash out and pay for stuff all the time. You know, because you're gonna need to pay for drinks and food and all that other stuff. You know, whatever electronics that you're gonna have to do. For me, like I actually went to the store and bought a 50-inch screen TV for like $200, and that's what Polymetric used.
Oh, okay.
So, like, a lot of it came together at the last minute as far as the electronics and stuff go. So, there's always some kind of expenses.
Yeah, sure. So yeah,
I have
if we
a
can,
breakdown of the stuff that the cost more or less I can send over to you that but it might be a little different compared to Amsterdam, but you have an understanding of what I ended up getting is the list.
oh yeah, please, cool.
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, I have an idea. Sorry to interrupt real quick. If you guys could also make a post on Reddit including the breakdown of those costs so that we can just make this open source
Yeah.
information
Okay.
for down the road. So rather than us passing it to each other, we just make it available for everyone.
Right, like a
I like
blueprint.
that.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
log. We can keep track of shit this way.
And then the other thing is, obviously, I think we should have one of these spaces once a week until we get closer to the event.
Yeah, sure. I agree.
We've got every Monday this Monday on, and I saw the great and powerful Hood is here before, and I know that he is going to be running more regular. Oh, and him's here as well. So yeah, we could definitely keep the conversation going on this one. and yeah, if any other spaces want
I
to talk
think if
about it.
we, if we take from now all the way until May, and we just keep it a little bit like this, and we allow for other conversations to happen as well, then I think this one is fine to keep the conversation
Perfect.
going.
I agree. You know, I can already tell you my gut feeling is you guys are going to have about 3 times the attendings that we had. So just be on notice of that.
And by the way, if there are some huge events going on like around those days, where like various Europeans coming to Amsterdam, you can also try to schedule around this time. So maybe
I'll tell you, looking back, guys, one thing that we should have bought and paid for that we didn't, is really, and maybe if somebody wants to dedicate themselves that does this, but they're not going to be able to like participate as much. I think you definitely need to get like a digital streamer, like someone that's videotaping the whole thing and gonna put together something, because that's one thing that we could have done that we didn't do, that I wish we had, like have some, like have a real crew there videotaping the whole thing and then putting it, editing it later, putting it all together.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I saw
it's
one of
You have
the.
someone. Lorenzo, you have
Sorry, T
someone.
Dog.
yeah, it's one of us is going to take care of this. I think it's STPC. Sam would like to record everything, like making some making of or something of the using the video in the next weeks
Okay.
to make something memorable and keep the
Right.
event alive for the for weeks.
So some kind of like real digital creator that's going to be filming with like camera and stuff like that. I would spend the money on that, because I wish that we had something to go back with our conference and look at it like that.
Yes, exactly.
Ideally too, if we can figure out if there are any aeons that could fulfill that role, it would be amazing to just be able to pay them versus outsourcing it too. Just
Anybody,
an
yeah.
idea.
I would just, they're gonna have to be committed to it. That's the
Yeah,
thing,
yeah, 100%.
It's one of the discussion we have with Sam and Moss on Saturday. Yes, it's absolutely necessary to have a dedicated Aeons who are doing that.
Yes.
So sure, it's on the it's on the list.
Perfect.
Mm.
And then, you'll also, I surprised everybody the day of the event with a live painting, and a digital creator of the live painting. By which way, the NFTs are going to be out soon. Once they are, I'll let you guys all know about it, and we can do like a vote to see how many we want to create. And I said that the price would be 69 SPX.
Okay, cool.
And then all that money will go to donation for future conferences.
Look at this, cycling the SPX around. It's lovely, man.
I want to
Him,
make it the first NFT that can only be bought by SPX.
sorry that I think I cut over you.
I said I want to make it the first NFT that can only be bought using SPX. Spacey's here. She was going to help me kind of once they're done. She was going to help me kind of go through it and see how many we should make and stuff like that.
Nice, man. It's like a record of that time.
Right. So that's going to be called the Art Basel 2025 NFT. And then next year we'll have the Art Basel 2026 NFT. You guys can do like the same thing.
It's like a POAP.
You guys can do the
Isn't it? Do you remember those from the last cycle? POAPs? I
yeah.
can't even remember what they stood for. They were huge for a while, weren't they?
But maybe some live music or something at the end, like whatever. I mean, what we did is we had a DJ at the final hour of the conference, and we had a live painting going on during the conference. So like a local artist was painting an SPX picture, which I'll show you. I think you guys have seen it online, but it wasn't finished. But it'll be done. I think next week.
Hey, him, how are you, bro? You wanna talk?
Yo, what's up? Can y'all hear me?
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
What's up, guys?
Hell
I
yeah,
heard
him.
you. Nice to see you, Nick. Nice to hear from you.
What up,
Not
him?
much, Jesse. Look, I've been on vacation. I'm back on the 8th. I heard something earlier about the spaces. Don't you worry. Hoodish and I will be doing at the least bi-weekly spaces. It's just, well, Happy New Year. We're, having some nice vacation time. You can hear the hotel sounds in the background. In the meantime, though, I have been writing a few articles. I'm writing one right now called Meet the Aeons. So if any Aeon wants to give me information on how they got into SPX, why they like it, anything at all, please DM me, reach out to me. I'd love to have you. Some of y'all I'm including anyways. I don't give a fuck because some of y'all do too much work. Okay, like if you're in real life shilling like Nick or Seb, I'm just gonna put you in there anyways because it's like you've already got your whole face out there, or like Unc who's like making fuck videos. Come on, like you're making it too easy. But no, seriously, guys, I love this idea of a European meetup because it's very easy for people who are in America to go to Miami or go to South Carolina. But at the very same time, it's like, look, Aeons are all around the world. We want as much traction as possible. I don't know who mentioned it, but I also love the idea of somebody filming the whole thing. I think that's essential. If you can get an Aeon, wonderful. If not, that's a problem for another day. But this is one of those things where you don't want to tell people what happened. You want to show people what happened. You want to get people motivated to go to the next one. You want to make people motivated to maybe host the next one. You want to get people out of their seat to say, I have to be a part of this. I'm seeing this and I'm thinking I cannot miss it the next time. And I think the only way unfortunately, we do live in a world where it is show, don't tell. People don't take each other at their word anymore. It's not even that they won't believe you. It's just if you show them how crazy it was, how much fun you had, all the better. Like, I think the best thing that came out of the Art Basel was those videos of Sidewalk and Nick with a megaphone going down Miami screaming about SPX. I think it's just beautiful. I think it transcends everything if you can have a video of Aeons just having fun. You don't even have to talk about the coin. Just show them having fun, and people will want to join in. I'm not even talking about the coin. I'm talking about the next event. You'll have one event where you have, I don't know, 30 Aeons, 50 Aeons. And the next one you have 100, 150. It compounds. And that's the best part about it. Whatever. And by the way, speaking of articles, whatever effort you're doing for the Cognosphere, and this is what I'll end with before giving the mic to someone else, start off slow. I promise you it will compound. You'll even if you want to write, even if you want to make a video, just start off slow. You'll get better at it. It doesn't matter. Start doing it today. The only person holding yourself back is yourself. Make it your goal this year to make sure not that you have just more SPX content for the sake of SPX, but for the sake of yourself, bettering whatever skill you're trying to do, get it out there. We're gonna smash it, folks. We're gonna do it phenomenally. Okay, I don't want anybody dooming. I know y'all are wonderful. I've been here in this space. It's nothing but good vibes, but keep them going. We're happy vibes now because it seems the market is picking up. Even if there's a point where it dips, doesn't matter. You keep going at it and you show everyone else the real meaning of not quitting, of persisting forever. We're gonna fucking do this, Aeons. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Him. Hey, one other thing, and then I'm gonna just put it on silent and take care of my kid who's about to scream me. The the dinner after the event, the night after the night of the event or the day after the dinner or lunch, really went a long way to get to know Aeons for the first time because a lot of these people you're meeting them, you don't even know them, you're meeting them from online, and then you meet them the first time. Having that like organized dinner that we had, which I called the first supper, it was really nice to like sit down with everybody and eat and talk about real life, not even like not talk about the conference and not talk about SPX and get to know everybody. So it was really nice to have that dinner or maybe the next day brunch or whatever you guys want to do over there. But I think like to sit down with Jasper and him and Dubs and X and Tuke, like to sit down and have a beer with you guys and eat a meal would be really nice.
Yes, sure. Yeah, we plan to make something on Friday evening for the first people arriving. Then make organizing maybe something on the Saturday evening after after the conference. And why not organizing like a lunch? But it will be an additional, I think, to the conference, something that we can organize a few weeks before. But sure, we will organize this.
Yes, and a lot of us will come before the event. Like I will probably be here on the Thursday.
Yeah.
So a lot of us will be there like 4 days, something like that. So we will have time to see each other chill. That's something I want
Yeah.
to do too. That's a good point, Jesse.
Yeah, Jesse, those are awesome. Thank you so much for sharing those insights, guys. From the, like, this is how we grow stronger, right? Like, to get these insights is amazing, and to be able to grow off of each other's efforts is real Eon work. Thank you so much, guys, for for the continued support. I think it's we only get stronger from side of the world to side of the world, right?
Yeah, thank you, US Aeon. So if there is some point to improve, we will not make some. We try to improve from your experience. And what I wanted to say, T-Dog, do you have other question or the point you wanted to talk about for Amsterdam?
Um, So I think we talk about the venue and the date, but date depend on the venue. So we are still waiting for quotes from Jesse and maybe the quotes from the other venue. So and maybe still looking at something that match perfectly what we want. So everybody is welcome to help on this topic. If I try to do my best to find something, but uh, if anybody wants to help, you're very welcome. But yeah, then on the funding model, so I think we are going to open a donation wallet, then to organize something with a ticketing in, in euro probably, or even USDT or USDC. And but at first we were wondering if we can use the SPX market to make like a use case to use the SPX.market made by late Aeon. The use case that we can, the first use case would be to buy tickets uh, from the SPX market, for example. But let's see if it's possible. So a funding model, it's donation plus entry price, and depending on the venue price, we can fix the price ticket. As Jesse suggests, 25 would be, I think, good, but it still depends on the venue price. So let's see what we have. What we on the global budget. So yeah, we are still waiting for a lot of information. And on the fourth things was on the participation and involvement of Aeons. Maybe that question would be who would like to help organize Aeons interested in panels or talks and on-site support, and on the day, on even day, with the logistic, welcoming, tech, and everything. We have already a small team, but we are maybe 8 to 10, but maybe it would be if people want to help and organize and just DM me or send something to Tuko or Seb. But yes, so on the participation and involvement, it's maybe who want to would like to help to organize and interested in panels or talks and on-site support. So yeah.
Yeah, just a continued. I think as well as we flesh out roles, then people might be because obviously everything is DIY, right? We might be able to kind of get my words together. For example, I really want to hit the streets, and as leading up to it, and on the day, I'd really love to be in the venue, just trying to guide people and help them who are just coming off the streets. So I'd be so happy to just kind of run with that. And then if I just keep announcing that, then anybody who wants to come early and hit the streets. So I might just, what am I saying? Anybody, I guess, who feels a strength in an area might also want to do the same. And then just more people will kind of rally behind them and create like a group. If we, if we just pick the thing we want to do the most, and then maybe if there's an overhang of things of jobs that still need doing, we can just divide them out amongst us if they're not picked
Yes,
up.
maybe we can spread the task. At the moment, we have Moss who is involved, and he would like to take care of the schedule of the panel and talks.
Don't break it.
Sorry.
Sorry, that was me again at my
Oh
daughter.
no, I
I'm so
know.
sorry.
It's all
I'm so
right. Yeah,
sorry.
no
And
worries. I figured.
so Moss is up for that, to like maybe hosting the event and drive the panels and talks and take care of the story, the story we want to tell during the conference. We have maybe Mike with wanted to maybe make the website and maybe make the link with the artist of the community, because we have to create a flyer, posters. We have Sam who is okay to film the conference and maybe make recording and filming. And is up for making like a short documentary to open the conference, like a 10-minute documentary about the movement.
That's cool.
It would be really cool, I guess. Uh, a,
That's a cool idea.
a short documentary which is very open to newcomers.
Yeah, definitely.
Um,
The other thing that I wanted to do that we didn't get a chance to do, and I really didn't think about it in time, and we can do it now. Uh, all you need is like 2 or 3 iPads, and actually have onboarding stations. So when people walk in that are like that off the street, they have like onboarding stations right there. You have it like already hooked up to like Coinbase or Kraken, and you show them, and they just onboard right there. The new ones.
exactly.
You have cards.
I have on my list onboarding station, wallet setup, and gift cards.
Yeah,
It would be a great to have a lot of onboarding on this day.
yeah, definitely.
And also on the website X account, yeah, we would need to have an X account dedicated to the conference as well.
Okay.
And organizing the selection of SPX artists for the exhibition. I think Tuco is it's like the best people
Yeah, well,
to organize
I
this.
will ask, yeah, to the SPX studios, to all the artists. Yeah.
And for the city activation, I mean, in real life shield, it's obviously Seb and maybe Daponzi.
Oh yeah.
De Ponzi, yeah. We hit them with multiple languages. They don't know what to do. Their their cognitive functions are overwhelmed with this Ethereum technology coin.
and Ruben as well. But I was wondering if Ruben can make a talk about the book, Alchemical. It would be really cool to have a talk during the conference.
I reckon he'd do both. To be fair, I think
Yeah,
you can't keep him off the streets, and you can't stop him preaching the good word. Like I reckon he'd be so down to do both.
I'm on it to go with you, Seb, on the streets.
We're all going, Mike.
You can make me chief of promotion in Red District if you want. No problem.
Ruben's here, the man himself. Tuka, we'll only put you up for sale if we can't generate enough funds. That's the only reason, Tuco. No other reason.
Yeah, Lanky, how are you, bro?
Hey guys, just how you talking about me. I'm honored.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
Hey girl.
hey,
Yeah, I'll be down to do a talk.
Nice.
oh
But
nice.
where my current head's at with the book, I don't know what I would do, but I'll be able to figure it out in the next few months.
Yeah, you still have 4 months to.
Under pressure. That's what every great writer needs, Ruben. Is a bit of pressure to get the deadline, and a bit of anticipation builds up for us. You can do signed copies.
It's a bit much.
I think anything people do is like collector's items. You guys laugh now, but I think that's legit.
It would be great. I want one.
100%.
I love you guys. DM me if you guys need anything. I gotta take off. Love you all. I cannot wait to meet all you guys.
Love you, Jesse.
Jesse,
Thanks
Love you,
again,
dude.
man.
thanks for all the advices, man. Have a good night. Thank you, bro. Thank you, girl.
What a legend. T-Dog was there. That's quite a meaty amount. I'm gonna start looking for venues too, man. I wanna put some more legwork in too. But were there any other
Because there is a lot
Sorry, mate.
there is a lot of constraints now. If we want to be the venue I had was not in the city center. The Zoku, we are waiting a quote. It's in the city center, but it's on the rooftop, so we are not on the street. So which not exactly what we want. And so if you want to be on the street on the first floor, to be able to go on the street, chilling and bringing some people from the street, it's like I didn't find it. I didn't find this kind of venue now. For now, so still working and still searching for the perfect place.
And what if we grow a lot and like a lot of more people want to come to the event in the upcoming 4 months, let's say?
I mean, go on, T-Dog.
Oh, sorry, I didn't understand.
Basically, if we go over capacity, is what Jasper's asking. Is there a what if?
I don't know.
I mean, I was thinking that if we maybe anticipate for that, we could have an overspill feature that doesn't mean we're limited to just the
Yeah,
venue. I mean, May should be Jasper. If your country is hospitable to us in weather-wise, May should be pretty all right to be out in the streets. And
definitely you can have some beautiful, beautiful days.
yeah, so maybe that's because we want to be ambitious, right? We want to invite as many people as possible and not limit, because
Yeah,
whoever we invite, we can always assume that it would be less than we say, but that doesn't mean we won't get
exactly.
so many people. And I think it would still be really cool to be good hosts outside. And I think that there's probably something else we
And we
could do.
could give away like discounted tickets. If we have some overspill, then we could sell them. We could chill them tickets on the street. And
You
just an idea.
are you going to be that ticket vendor, Jasper, who's like last minute?
No, but if you're like, you know, we gotta have some people at the door to maybe welcome them in. We could ask them for like €5 or something for entry.
Oh yeah, you mean like there's still space, but tickets
Yeah,
are run out, but they can still come in. Yeah, I mean, let's cram everyone in. We can. It's I think yeah. I guess it probably depends again on the venue, doesn't it? Like if it's a really
but basically I'm just thinking like maybe now we have like 180 people coming, right?
Yes, I
But
think it's maybe it's 100 people maybe and 100 people attending.
yeah,
Mm.
but I think about 100 people or even more could be added in the upcoming months.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think
Thanks.
that will probably there's probably a bunch of factors, right? And I can imagine that will determine how true all those people will be. But yeah, the amount of people that it could be extra, we could have an extra
Holy moly.
few hundred people by then, right? If
There's so much to think about.
I wonder if we could do like a space where. Nah, don't worry. I'm just in thought. I'm gonna do some research and I'll shoot you some messages, T-Dog, with I'm gonna have a little look, see if I can find anything. Maybe we could. Yeah, I'm gonna research Amsterdam. I actually know a friend who lived there, so maybe she's got some ideas as well. She was into the cool scenes. Ask around.
Yeah, it would be cool.
But yeah, cool. Amsterdam.
Okay.
Amsterdam. If you're not already excited, this is the space to get it.
Excited.
We got Sicky on. Yeah, so
Excited.
excited. Can't believe it.
Hey guys, I have a question real quick. I submitted that form to join, but it didn't have any like personal information at all whatsoever. Like, do I have to submit like a thing with like my name or something?
I think that's more of
um,
like a poll as of now, and until we
yeah.
figure out what's going on.
Oh, okay, cool. So it's like a precursor. Right on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
exactly.
I
poll.
have never been to Europe in my entire life. I've traveled like every country in Asia besides like a few, and every year for the last 5 years, I got buddies in Madrid and like Catania, Sicily, and every year, twice a year, I'm like, I'm gonna come visit you in Madrid, and I never do it, and I feel bad every year. So this is, and I re-entered the Cognisphere January 1st. So like, this is a sign from the Aeonic gods. What's up, dubbing? Man, I miss you. I love you. Thanks for everything you do. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, awesome.
I can't
Well,
mute my mic either, so I might just bounce because I'm gonna get drunk and listen to punk rock.
nice.
Yeah,
So fuck
you
yeah,
have to come, man. You've spoken it.
I'm gonna come. I will
Yeah.
absolutely be there. If I don't come, you can find me and beat the shit out of me or whatever you want to do.
Okay.
But
To punk rock.
I will absolutely be there. My only question remains: what are we gonna eat? Where are we gonna eat? Because man, I'm so excited. Like I wanna take a little side trip to San Sebastian. I got intro to that from Anthony Bourdain, who I deeply love, and he changed my life. Like he was the reason that I went to China and like did a bunch of punk rock documentary work. And I want to go eat tapas there.
Oh yeah, San Sebastian is really cool. I came
Yeah.
multiple times. Very cool, and I think you will enjoy Europe. There is multiple places that are very cool.
I'm like Polish and German as a background, so like I'm really excited to come hang and explore and yeah. So anyway, not
Nice,
trying to derail your stuff. I just had a question. Cheers.
No, it's
nice,
perfect,
nice.
man.
Thank you,
Cheers, bro.
girl.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, like
Uh,
sorry, Tuka, go for it, mate.
yeah, just wanted to ask to T Dog, what's preventing from fixing the definitive date? What's the
It's
number
it's
or the
it's
place?
because we don't want to block a venue. If the venue is available on the 9 and not on the 16,
Ah, okay, okay,
and we prefer to keep the both date open to not exclude a venue because everyone is available on the 9 and on the 16. So
okay,
yeah.
okay, okay, okay. So we wait for a place. Okay, perfect. Oh, we have Chungus here. No
Trying.
way.
Hey, girl.
Hey, Chungus.
He's done a runner, Mike. You scared
What's
him off
up?
already.
Trying.
Chug,
Hey,
chug.
Chungus.
Wait, how did you actually add me to a speaker? Because, you know, I was requesting and canceling really fast, so you shouldn't be able to do that.
I think you're auto approved, Chang.
You have
Anyways, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the meeting in Europe. I wish I could be there, but I won't be able to. Hope everything goes well.
you will not be there, Cheng?
I can't.
Oh, we put you on the list, bro.
Oh, we
All our
we'll
plans are
try.
ruined now, Chang.
No, no.
There are
Cheng's not here. We don't do it. No.
Now we have to cancel.
yeah, we're gonna have to petition Chang for you to come now, mate.
No,
Okay,
Chang will be there. He'll be
I'll
there.
run off. I'll run off so I don't get any responsibilities.
No, Chang will be there. He'll be in the Cognisphere with us.
Yeah, Cheng
It'd be we should definitely like all the video stuff. We should definitely live it as well. You know, like on socials. I reckon. You know, like put it on what's that thing called, TikTok, and other such places. And I think that would be pretty cool too. Oh, the only thing is, just completely kind of side note. I don't know if anyone's noticed, but you can't put alcohol on TikTok live streams. Just throwing that out there for anyone who might be thinking of doing live streams on TikTok. 'Cause no alcohol, otherwise it will start to ban you. Yeah, and yeah, Unk. Yeah, Unk. With your chugging contest. Nick. You guys. Looking at the two of you specifically.
But how does TikTok know what's in the glass?
They also don't let you drive and talk as well. I got kicked off for that as well.
Damn. Yeah, they're pretty tight with it.
I'm always driving, bro. Like I'm always working, so
yeah, the algo's in control now. You just imagine that's how it is now. You just get rejected from society in like 5 years' time.
No, but SPX fixes this.
Yeah. That was the fact. Guys,
the live stream from Art Basel was so much fun. We were with Solayan, Cheng, everyone in the chat was so funny. Like the energy flew into the streaming. It was really cool.
Yeah, it's really well done.
The Ionified live was so funny.
Yeah. But the
Yeah.
recordings that were put on YouTube later were better.
Yeah.
I kind of like the shitty camera aeonified look, you know, just a little bit.
Same.
I kind of want it to stay shitty, you know, like that's just what you get and you're going to be happy.
It's part of the experience, the Ionified live.
In the camera, all of us will look like 3 people if we just like spread our arms. But like, yeah, there were thousands of us. Really? Thousands. What is the video, bro? It's facts. I am.
Do you have some other point to talk about Amsterdam? I'm watching the list. So the goal are to attract people from outside of the movement, strengthen the internal community, create high quality recorded content that will live long after the event. Okay. Budget, participation, funding model, venue and date. We talk about everything, I guess.
As you were saying that too, Carl, I just had the hilarious thought. You were just basically listing. We're always talking about global domination. We're just like Pinky in the Brain. Try to take over the world. Point 1. Just like we are all absolutely insane in the best ways. Just love that list you just read.
Yeah.
A Pinky in the Brain was like the second or third meme I made for SPX, actually.
Sick.
Oh,
All right,
I was gonna ask real quick. Sorry. With the donation wallet, I'm a technology noob, even with like crypto technology. I'm assuming that like the standard practice is I think they're called like multi-sig wallets. And my understanding is what that means is that it takes multiple people to like authorize a transaction. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Tuko, do you want to create the donation wallet, or do you want me to do that?
As you prefer, you can do it if you want.
Just because it will not be a multi-sig wallet, I guess.
Yeah, it's a simple wallet for this.
Yeah.
I trust you, T-Dog. You will not run up with the money.
No, but I don't think we need a multi-sig wallet, right?
Yes, I think it
It's
will be.
not it's not always that you use the multi-sig wallet
Yeah, for the big
flow.
amount.
Yeah, definitely.
Speaking of donations, this will be the last thing I say. I think there was some kind of announcement that I say announcement. There were some messages spread in like Telegram and stuff about raising like $300,000 for something. And I think it was being recirculated on X too. So I just wanted to bring attention to that.
Yeah, Spacey asked in the Telegram to donate to the community wallet for something special coming. So if you're able to, guys, you have the message pinned in the Telegram, so you get with the address wallet. So if you're able to, please give some little SPX to the community. I will do it too. And
Spacey's blasting the hearts.
yeah. Hey girl.
Hey girl.
So okay, do we have other stuff? Because Seb, you have another subject after, I guess.
Yeah,
You
if
wanted
you
to
guys
talk
are
with
ready to
Ant, maybe?
shift gears a bit, but obviously we can come back anytime if anyone's got any points.
Is that good for you, T-Dog, or you have other stuff you
Yeah,
want to?
it's okay. I know what I have to do now. Looking
Okay.
for a venue and creation of the donation wallets.
Nice. Yeah, and yeah, sorry, T-Dog, I was like busy and sick these days, but I will help you way more in the upcoming days and in the future to
Cool.
organize.
Take care, Tuko, no worries.
Yeah, thanks.
So yeah, basically, it actually. So I was speaking with Unc about this earlier in the week, and I think that it is kind of overlaps as many things do. But thinking about maybe using these spaces to say, just to kind of hash it out as a community, and I personally have noticed, I think, like a bit more tension, which is natural in just maybe like communityness. Not a bad thing at all, but just as the market does, obviously what the market does, I think sometimes that can have like an impact. And obviously we've had some really exciting, I think, conversations, more so than usual, I think, for the last few weeks, just because there has been a bit of friction. And I think they've been really, really fruitful and productive, and maybe not always coming to a shared resolution, but it feels like we're kind of growing in these spaces. And so I just kind of wanted to maybe start to entertain the idea of opening them up more to being maybe not friction pots, but just ideas where people feel like they are like, why not let's come to spaces if people have got things they want to hash out? Because maybe on Twitter, I kind of thought of it, and people might disagree, but my first impression was maybe airing dirty laundry. And I'm not saying that's bad, but I think that it's just been so productive on these spaces about how we've been able to communicate. And yeah, and I've really found them beneficial to how I engage and just how I see bigger picture things. and a lot of the time we're talking about culture, and there's so many different voices. Even there, we were talking about coming into Jesse kind of started us off saying what's the sort of culture that we're projecting out, and I've kind of noticed that in SPX at least, the not necessarily always it's always the best, but the loudest and the loudest or the most impactful or the oldest, or there's many different things, but end up being the ones who start to direct culture. And so I've also been thinking that as long as we're all individually being authentic and showing up, I do think that it's been a really effective model so far of a decentralized community self-governing through being able to, if the community doesn't like something, we don't add likes or we don't give attention to stuff. And I know that there are some really, really key players in the community who do sort of maybe help orchestrate things a bit, and be like, hey guys, don't give attention to that. But I think we do things really well on Twitter in terms of written text. But I just thought that maybe here would be a really, really cool space to maybe hash things out a bit if there are conflicts, and maybe a space to kind of just say it, and maybe even just say it in an ugly way. Maybe it doesn't have to be like, you know, just like get out what's on your mind, like Pedri did the other day. And it was kind of, I'm not saying he was ugly. I'm saying it was kind of, he just came out with it. And I thought that was so beautiful, because I was like, holy crap, this is real and this is human, and this is an Eon in the cognosphere. And I think we were all able to kind of go through a process, and yeah. So obviously Unk asked if he would come and share some thoughts, and I would love to basically just open the conversation, see what other people think about that, and how spaces might be used as a more yeah.
Go ahead, Hank, if you want.
Yeah, it's funny because, just kind of listening more than anything over the last, hour and 45 minutes or however long it's been, it made me realize, like one of the cool things, that I've gotten to do in my life is like, I grew up in the South, right, which is a completely different country than, say, Silicon Valley. Um, and I got to spend a lot of time in Silicon Valley with a lot of brilliant people and brilliant minds. And this community reminds me that, like, so many of you guys are so far ahead of the curve in thought, right? And I've moved back to Texas, and it's like I've realized that, like, the range that our community hits is so massive, and I think the thing is, I'm trying to go about this in way of a more normie way, because I am a normie, and the reality is I live in the middle of Texas, and I can speak, I think, for most of the South. I've lived in a lot of the states in the South, and it's like literally 95% of people don't even know they just don't know anything about crypto. And so for me, like, my real in life, kind of marketing, what I found is, Moss actually made a really good video about this. um when you onboard completely different humans than you, right, like when you're onboarding the people down here that don't really know anything, you're basically, it's like down here, it's like hoarding culture. It's like everyone here has 10 guns in their safe and food supply and extra water, right? And I think we hit so many different notes, and I think we have to realize, like, the beauty of decentralization is that as we grow and as we expand, we're going to bring in people like us. We just need to make sure that we have a space for every type person. Because when you say that we're open and we accept every kind of people and this and that and all content's beautiful, right? Like, the market will kind of react in itself, right? But we can't have, and I think that's kind of what Jesse was talking about, and it's with any space of socioeconomics, right? There has to be like people in the cognosphere that are out and open and authentic, that people outside the cognosphere naturally gravitate towards because they have that same shared interest. And I think that, that's kind of my thoughts on it, right? But at the end of the day, I think it's our strength. It really is our strength. And, even if there are things that, maybe you think they should go this way or that way, we kind of have the ability to stay in our own individual lanes. And that was kind of, my thought on basically what had happened, kind of that tension between what seemed to be the, in real life creators and kind of the artsy crowd, if you will.
Yeah, mate, I was like, I feel like I agree with everything you're saying. And I've been processing it a bit in my head, like how interesting is it when somebody is doing something that's so opposite to how you are, and maybe even what you believe the cognosphere is. And that's like really interesting territory that we all get to share together as we approach. And I was thinking to myself, man, how would I personally, if somebody's so antithetical, I don't know if that's a real word, the antithesis, whatever, but to what I think, what I believe the cognosphere is, whether it is that or not. And I was kind of comparing it in my head to like, well, for example, people, when we say there is no chart, there's a whole different host of eons. You see so many different personalities come out. Some people are just like, there is no chart. And I like, I love that. I'm not like that. I always say there is no chart, and I'll just be like, I don't think I'll ever be. Sometimes I'll take it down, and some people are just like so militant with it, and even though I'm not like that, and even though I don't agree with that for myself, I love that we have those people in the community. I kind of think of them as like the ultras of a football team. Like you're looking across and you're just like, those guys are crazy, man. I'm really glad we got them. Couldn't agree with them, couldn't sit with them. They'd absolutely drive me mad, but they are so intense. They make the community really good. And so I've been thinking about like how to comment even when I see something that is so opposite to my maybe even belief. And because I think also the comments, I know I said like hashing outspoken, but the comments that we write, I think, can also be can also show people who are looking at those words how united we are while we're still separate beings. Like, yeah, I don't know if that makes sense.
I would love to tack on to that. I'm sure everyone else does too. Dubbing, you can go ahead, man.
Sorry, you don't have to. You go first,
I was
unless you really want to hear.
yeah. I've been thinking a lot about this idea in like physics and engineering, called tensegrity, and it stands for just
Oh,
tension,
yeah.
tension integrity, and it's this idea that like you look at some of the strongest like structures in physics, and it has to do with forces pulling against each other, and it creates through this tension, it actually creates this strong bond. And there's a lot of that kind of idea even in like some biblical language of like iron sharpens iron. Whatever your background, there are like ideas like this throughout different cultures. And part of why because like to speak to earlier a little bit, to expand on what I was trying to get at when I was talking to Jesse, um is I said I wanted to play devil's advocate because I feel like it's really important that we figure out how to live in a balance because of our decentralized nature. Like no one gets to have the ultimate voice anywhere, and so I like to kind of play the devil's advocate a lot of the time because there's an aspect of SPX that is like a business, and there's an aspect of it where we're trying to get people to adopt it. And there's this, you know, all of the things that Jesse was talking about, there's value in it. But it's not the whole piece. And if it becomes the whole piece, that's how we lose. And like our strength as a community is in our ability to live in this tension, because without tension there's no growth and there's no evolution. And so we have to learn how to live in this tension. Like, I can promise all of you that I do not agree with everything you guys believe, right? Like, there's going to be these differences in opinions and thoughts and philosophies and all that stuff. And I promise you that you guys don't agree with everything I believe in, right? And so we get to live in this tension where we're all forced to be a little uncomfortable, and we're all forced to grow constantly and evolve together, and learn to respect each other. And you know, like I will never be able to fulfill the things that Jesse is fulfilling in our community. And vice versa. I'm doing shit that he's never going to do, you know? Like, Jesse doesn't want to be a Reddit mod, you know? Like, I'm going to do that. And Jesse can, you know, do all of his IRL stuff and his proof of human and, you know, whatever, right? Like, we all live in this kind of ecology. And anyways, yeah. So dubbing, you go for it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I kind of like it just reminded me of what I said when this conversation was going down a bit, which was Idea Hazard said something about the mission and the memetics around the mission being the most important thing. And my comment on that was like everyone needs to be a mission guy, but in their own unique way. Because I think, you know, the things that we've got to be really careful of is basically homogenization and conformity, because that's when things will start to die. And especially if it's homogenization that just ends up watering it down. So it ends up being a very shallow, superficial message, you know, when you just rabbit and repeat things that you've just heard a million times. Of course, the memetics are important to communicate an idea, but then everybody needs to like run with as much depth as they can with those memetic ideas and express it in their own individual way. And however that comes out, as long as it's authentic, I'm down with it. And in fact, the way I always see culture is actually something that's very sort of fractal in nature, and it has lots of different branches. So the one that I brought up before when I had conversations about this that I was super passionate about and still am is like underground techno or electronic music generally, right? And there's all these subcultures that exist within that, and that's the kind of thing that we really need to replicate, right? And I think as much as like Hype had a little bit of almost a crash out, he then posted up this really good like infographic where he showed the different type of actors in the SPX community. I can't remember what they were now, but they were kind of like, you know, the intellectual kind of enjoyers that want to sort of, you know, like the Murads and all the guys that are on the Flip the Stocks podcast. Then we've got the artists kind of types, and I think there's actually quite a number of archetypes, right, that everybody fits into, the people that are the builders, the people, and so on. So as long as we recognize all of those things, but to come back to the point that I was making earlier about being concerned about that we don't get like too corporate too early, when Jesse was sort of like saying we're a $500 million company now, is the art side of things is the things that will onboard people, and especially the younger generation, that will bring in the kind of energy to make things really go, you know, parabolic basically. So we really do, and I think Hype has a very good, you know, sense for that, and I think all the artists do. And if we're not at both either respecting the art that's come before, or making sure that we attract new artists in and make them feel welcome and can contribute in their own unique way. And this is where I said something before, was like, even we have to be careful of not becoming too conforming too much to the OG aesthetics. As long as we come up with new aesthetics that also share the, let's call it, the heritage and have the same depth and breadth, then that's all good. And it will evolve and change as the movement, and what I commented before as well, the last thing I'll say is I've noticed how as the mission feels more and more real, like and is more and more grounded in reality, that we could actually flip the stock market and this become a global movement, our content and our aesthetic will reflect that. That's why I think in real life content has become so dominant over the last like 12 months, where it wasn't so, prominent in the early days. So anyway, that's my little monologue on that subject, and I
Well
might have to
said.
leave you guys soon because it's getting a little bit late here, but I'll listen in for a little bit longer.
I want to add a little bit to what you said, Bing. I think it's very important to take care of what you like and what you push, because this can be an issue. Like if I'm an artist putting like 10 hours on a piece of whatever, and someone coming with an AI slop and making more views than me, at the end it will discourage me to work, And anyway, I just wanted to add this to what you said. Like for all the archetypes to live and all the subgroups in SPX to live, we had to take care of everyone and not privilege one against the other. We are all together and we need to push all the archetypes in SPX. Just wanted to add this.
Yeah, guys, thanks for. Do you know what? That gives me so much more perspective. Actually, I know dubbing. I found it so interesting, man, because when we met up, you were actually talking about that same line and other extensions, and for me, that's really useful hearing it again and slow yourself and just hearing those thoughts, that idea of tension, because I suppose it's very new to me. I guess Bitcoiners have it all the time, and I'm like, oh man, what's happening? And so kind of having that zoom out perspective and seeing oh, this is like a healthy thing, and yeah, I appreciate that perspective. That's useful for me, and but I guess that's like the power, isn't it? Like we're learning along the way, but I can imagine maybe if I felt it, maybe others might have had that, and that definitely makes me more bullish on all those things. Just how do we be more authentic? I suppose there to go to your point, like more authentic and pushing authenticity and I do personally think that authenticity will always be protected by the cognisphere. People will always recognize it. Maybe.
And I'll just make a quick comment on that as well, Seb, is that's why the memetics of the mission and everybody knowing that everybody else is down with the mission, that makes sure that everybody appreciates that no matter how much tension that there is, that we are actually all on the same team. Like if you look at like where I think a lot of the culture has gone wrong more broadly, like, and the states being a very obvious example, but you can see it everywhere else as well, is the two sides of the country no longer believe that they're on the same team. They actually believe the other side is a threat and an enemy. So as long as we can maintain that kind of like respect, and I do think, again, I said this when I was originally on with Country Bitcoin, is that I do love that actually we seem to be able to hold a lot of different views in this community. And I think there's actually a lot of different politics. If you looked at all of our politics, from sort of like probably quite libertarian, even sort of like leaning to the right, all the way through to the left. But because we realize that we're all on the same side, it's not a problem, and we can hold those, together and work through and come up. And like you said, you've seen actually the good outcomes and good things that have come out of that tension. So I think that's all we've got to do. We've just got to keep reminding each other, that we're not that we are all on the same team, and we do all believe in the ultimate overall goal. Maybe we just have to figure out the different ways that we can get there, either in parallel experiments or through different just like agreeing to disagree where it makes sense, and working through our differences when it's necessary. All right, that's it. I'm done now.
Loving legend.
Yeah. Dubbing always have interesting takes. That's crazy. I just wanted to add something. Sorry, I have a shitty voice. I'm sick as hell. I wanted to tell you, as we have the Cognisphere as a playground, you're not obliged to stay in your lane. I explain myself. I began putting video of my face. I continue to code, and after I became like artist, like making pictures and this kind of stuff. So in time, you can move from lane to lane. If you, what I want to say, you're not stuck in your lane. If you want to learn something else and improve in another lane, you can. That's one of the power of the Cognisphere.
Yeah, experiment.
Absolutely agree, man. Just try new things, and see if the Cognisphere likes it, and actually you can use the Cognisphere as a tool to test the waters if you like what they like what you produce.
Yeah, don't feel stuck in a lane if you, because as you stay in the Cognisphere, you evolving yourself. So you might have, you know, you change with time, and it don't feel stuck in a lane if you don't feel it anymore. That's what I wanted to say to everyone. You can learn. Everyone can learn. Don't be afraid to experiment new stuff, especially in SPX where everyone is loving and can help you improve.
Yeah, and also especially if you already are established in the Cognisphere and you're known for something and you're doing it for a long time, and then you're thinking like, I want to switch my lane, but everybody expects me to do this thing because I've been doing it for so long, then you should also not feel bad to switch lanes.
Yeah, Tuco's switching to the red light district lane, so
Soon.
Oh yeah.
no lewd, Tuco, work it, girl. No lewd,
lose.
no lewd.
No.
He's the first working grill with no lube.
Yeah, we wanted to with Ponzi to go dressed as monk in the red district to preach no lewd.
Oh my god, that's actually hilarious.
Holy crap! Yeah, we could do some like really, really cool stuff. I mean, what's the population of? I could just easily Google that, but it seems like we could probably hit like a really good crowd. Sorry, I want to
Yeah,
spit
I do
that.
must say the idea is really good, but execution might be tricky because they really don't like you filming in the red light district because they don't want to have those ladies filmed,
You don't have battery in your headphone, Jasper. It's it's bugging. It's bugging. You have like this
Is it bugging?
vibrating.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I know you now from the longest space. I know your habits.
Have you seen Tuco as well?
Is it better?
Try
Oh
again.
yeah.
Say something.
Is this better?
Yeah, perfect.
All right. Yeah, I don't know what I wanted to say anymore.
Tuco, I was saying Fred's bloody stole your concept. He's trying to make a long spaces, and I tried to troll him and say Tuco did it first, but it's caught on. It's caught on.
They made like 28 hours, which is not bad.
Amateurs. Amateurs.
Yeah. Amateurs. It's cute.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my.
Such a cute spaces. Wow, we did it for a week.
I want to like. I always want to jump into his spaces, but I think like the girl. I don't know. Has anybody had? Obviously, I know. Oh, I can't remember. Lightning Eon, who obviously got on to Fred's space and got him in, but he had a different profile pic at the time. He didn't have an Eon. I'm wondering, has anyone had success getting onto his spaces with an Eon?
Whose spaces are we talking
Fred
about?
Krueger, sorry.
Oh, Batman is
But
on
yeah,
there
that's
all
it,
the
Batman.
time.
But before Batman had when he actually went up, he didn't have the Eon on, so
I think he had it for a while though,
he had it on
and then still
afterwards.
continued to interact with him. But Fred is pretty violent against Batman when he
Really?
talks. Like,
Oh,
yeah, he throws out some shit like, like SPX6900 is total scam, or like
Yeah.
something like that.
fair. Maybe I'm wasting my energy then.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm still gonna at him every once in a while just to show him that we're still in the game. We haven't forgot about him, you know.
The one who I think would just be so good because I really just enjoy his stuff is Raoul Pal, but he blocked me ages ago. But I just devastated when you actually like someone. You're like, damn.
Yeah.
But Raoul Paul seems a cool guy for real. He's like drinking his wine when making live. It's it's funny, but I think he's an Aeon. He just don't know. We need to explain a little bit more to him.
That's it. Like when somebody doesn't speak English, the default here often is just speak louder to them and slower. So we just we just need to speak louder and slower to Raoul until he understands. You are an Aeon. Okay?
Yeah,
It's
he
almost
point.
like funny. He's so coded, right? With unfuck your future and everything. It's pretty
Yeah,
SPX coded.
yeah, and he almost made the Persist Forever stuff.
Yeah. He made a lot of content for us.
Yeah, Raoul, come with us, Raoul. And yeah, so what
Did
do you guys?
Did you guys see the Chad edit I made of the Rel Paul video?
I don't
No.
think so. Can you link it?
Yeah, can you link it, man?
Yeah. Yeah. It's on the Into the Cognisphere handle. If you know how to search that one. But yeah. It's kind of funny. It's at the end of like the latest video, but yeah, I'll try and put it in here.
Yeah, that'd be great, man. He's just given us content for years and years. People one day are just going to be to him like, "Wow, you got in so early into SPX. How did you know it was going to be such a big deal?" And he's going to be like, "Well, I just knew from the start." He's gonna he's gonna blag it.
Hey, Nick, how are you, bro? You were here and didn't say a word.
Oh,
How are you,
what's
girl?
good? Yeah, I was working from home on my laptop when I joined, but I was listening to you guys talk about the meetup and stuff. Honestly, would kind of really want to go to that. Like
Yeah,
I'm
come,
just gonna go to
girl.
only SPX meetups. That's all the travel I'm gonna do this year. But
Oh yeah.
I'm planning to go to the this one is in May, and the other one
Yeah.
that Chad is doing is like right around there. But would do a little world tour like Gorilla Ape did. It'd be fun.
Come, girl, come.
Nick, it'd be so good, man. Imagine the
Yeah.
reach.
Nick, Seb, Zaimaka,
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Rapunzel, all the here IRL chillers.
Trying to cook a burger right now and see if it's done.
Yeah, it's a long way, but
Oh yeah.
it will be, if we can hype it up enough, then Nick, you won't be able to miss it, man.
I don't want to miss that. 'Cause I've never been to Amsterdam either.
Have you been to Europe?
Yes, but only Rome and like North Italy, Florence, Venice, all the kind of big spots in Italy.
Man, just come and come spend some time in Europe, man. We can show you around different parts. Can yeah, mate, come check out the rest. Spain is
I really want to.
amazing.
It'll be like a little SPX World Tour.
Yeah,
That's
you'll
what
have
Miller
to.
did after Miami. He went on the SPX World Tour. I was so jealous.
Yeah,
But
mate.
yeah, I would definitely love to see it, like all of it, and see you guys and chill with you guys in the street. I think it would be entertaining, Seb, if me and you switched places for a day and you chilled in America and I chilled in London. Like, I just had that thought out of nowhere.
That'd be so
How
good.
funny would it be to chill to Europeans versus Americans? I feel like Europeans would definitely behave differently.
Wait, what's the response when you're just like, what's the facial reactions that you get when you're like, when you're just
Like,
preaching the good preach?
like genuine confusion at first, and then sometimes people like just pretend you don't exist and they're like they ignore you because they're like in a hurry. But sometimes they're like kind of give you that side look and that questionable face, and they're like, huh, like is this guy full of shit or is he preaching the good preach? And then they'll kind of be like, hey, yo, what are you talking about? Like people just kind of generally ask that sometimes, and I'm like, sir, you never heard of SPX? Dude, come on, it's the best thing ever.
Yeah, man. I don't know. They sound quite similar. Like the side eye, the good old side eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, some of those people that you show to, like in the morning, I feel like they're rushing to work. They're like trying to book it and move and get to a place. So it's those people during the day or on the weekends, I guess, that are like more receptive and that want to kind of communicate.
Yeah, the morning crowd are. But you know what I've noticed is, well, I feel like I've always known this because I feel like I know Londoners quite well. They're a they're really good people in a really stressful situation, and so they really value, you know, considerateness. Um, a bit of humor goes a long way. Not that I'm bringing these things, I'm bringing loud noises, I'm bringing the things that they don't want in the morning. So there's a lesson for me, you know, maybe play to know your audience a bit or play to the audience that you say you know. But I don't know what point was around that, but yeah, they're they probably don't appreciate super loud noises, but they want to be entertained in a nice way, you know, which is probably most people, right? They want something that's kind of like cool. I would love to do a switch with you, man. I'm actually coming to the States this year at some point. I don't know when. I'm going to California. You're on the East Coast, though, right, Nick?
Yeah, I'm on the East Coast.
Yeah,
That's cool,
I might,
man. You'll be in California, yeah.
yeah, I might stop in. Are you? Did you say? Are you New York?
I'm around there. I'm closer to Philly,
Man,
but I mean, if you're in New York, that would be cool.
man, I might just have to stop. I might just have to stop over. I'm going to see my partner's family. It's my first time. I've never been. Well, I've been,
Cool.
but I've never been over that side, and it would be a shame to go all that way and not say hi. So yeah, man. When I don't know when it will be, but probably like summertime. I'll let's do something, man.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. If you're
Yeah,
around New
definitely.
York, like I could take a quick train or drive up there. It's not too far. It's New York's probably like 2 hours or 2.5 hours for me. I go up there sometimes.
Oh, mate, we could go to Wall Street like Spacey did and
Oh my
do the
god.
Spacey scream.
Spacey scream, the
Yeah.
iconic, recreate the iconic clips.
Yeah, like we could, I don't know, we could see who's down and then just like be like the the Wall Street, the Wall Street, I don't know, whatever. And just, I don't know, man. I'm just spitballing here. It's a big country,
The Wall Street Ants. Be awesome.
but yeah, come to Europe, mate.
Yeah. But back
We just go
in
to Wall
first.
Street. We're like, yeah. Did you know there's a group of cute girls on the internet that are trying to flip your S&P? They look at you like, what? Little do they know we're just like in here, just like curating vibes and culture, and they would have no idea how that works.
Yeah.
You can't just value an asset on belief. It's like, watch me, bud. Watch me, Aeon.
We say that exact line, Nick. We say, don't you know we were curating giggles and culture in the spaces last Monday? We're obviously going to flip it. They'll be like, yeah. All right. Oh, Tuka, what are you going to say, man? Sorry, mate.
Yeah, when you began your TikTok live, one day I woke up and just saw the notification of you being in live. Like it was the first minutes of your live, and it was like 8 in the morning. You were on, I don't remember where, maybe on the London Bridge, and you were like with the bullhorn screaming at the head of people, like SPX, and they were like in their shitty routine. It was like a Friday or something like that. They were exhausted of
Yeah.
of all the weeks of work, and bro, I laughed for 1 hour. It was crazy funny. I loved this live. It was so funny.
Mate, you were very sweet to join that spaces because there was a lot of on the lives. I realized I'm not as cool because there's all the in between spaces where I'm just like, hey, and then I can edit it to make it sound like I can make one coherent sentence, but when I'm speaking, I'm just like, oh, I forgot I was going to say. Anyway, bye SVX.
And yeah, you were throwing a lot of effort trying to grab every people passing, and it was like very inspiring.
Thank you, man. Thank you, mate. Yeah, I have to get out there again. Some, yeah, just to
Maybe we just make another talk. That's the one you wanted to make at the beginning. I don't know when you started saying basically we need to discuss in spaces when there is different opinions or something like that at the beginning.
Oh yeah. Well, it was just if.
Bring the drama,
Oh, I
boo.
see.
I
Yeah.
want the drama. No, no. Joking.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah. Maybe we could open spaces like that and say, and just keep reminding people, like, um, and that they can just because I found it really useful in, for example, I used to do an acting class, and we'd sit, and the teacher would say, "Does anyone want to bring anything up?" And we'd all just sit there, and nobody wanted to talk, but inevitably, somebody would have something, and as they would speak truth, the whole room began to feel permission to speak truth and not have to perform. And so, yeah, maybe we could just keep inviting. But obviously, the conversation itself invites it, and off the back of all that tension stuff, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I love this kind of stuff. The hour of truth. You come and speak truth.
Is there
So
anyone?
now every time there's like a discussion in the timeline, then
Yeah.
we tell them to fight it out here.
Just be like, fight, fight, fight.
Right.
No.
Come to the arena Monday
Oh,
and
brand
fight.
new fight coming up.
Yeah. Yeah. Mike, sorry, Tuco, you become like let's get ready to rumble.
Yeah. On the right side, we have the champion. Oh yeah, definitely.
No, but what's your vision for that part of the spaces? Is it just spontaneously, or should we actively talk about things that are happening?
I don't know. Like, I mean, I thought, Mike, when you said last week, you brought up, you just said the word drama, and then it kind of ignited conversation.
Mhm.
But I think more just an awareness. Like, I think that was the thing that was in my mind. Like, maybe if there's an awareness that this is a like where else is safer for eons to talk what they really think than here, where
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I think something you want to say, something you felt in the cognisphere, is it good or bad? You know, your truth, if you want to say it and talk about it, could be a good place. Um,
yeah, definitely.
I don't know. Something like that, no? Seb?
Yeah. Maybe we just keep like inviting it intermittently um, in the going weeks, and and yeah, and anything maybe that comes to our mind, like we could we could highlight. Maybe it's not so important to people, but I I already think that if anything comes to my mind, because I have the fear, and again, if I'm thinking it, maybe others are thinking it, but I have a fear sometimes of I shouldn't express that because then I'm going to sound wrong, and I don't want to sound wrong. I want to sound right so that people don't think I'm a dummy, and I think that performance isn't necessary, and I can tell myself that logically, but I'm just practicing, I suppose, just saying things and being okay to be not wrong, but just maybe just get it out, and then other people can um, express their thoughts, and there's a lot of growth from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's also sometimes it can be very powerful to not be nuanced and just be very, like Hype can do.
Yeah,
Hype
defo.
can go really extreme, but he can still then he will not backpedal, maybe a little bit, backpedal a little bit, and then he will explain why um his reasoning behind doing certain things or um I found that really helpful with the Twitch stream about the graphics and which graphics he liked and which not. Um, and that went, I think that went after the tweet, and that tweet that demanded some further explanation, I think. And then he came up with that stream, and I think that was very useful. So sometimes it can just be a tweet that can be very unnuanced, and it can spark a conversation, and from
Yeah.
there we can just talk it out and find, you know, a common
Yeah.
ground.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like hype is like your father saying, "Hey, don't touch the fire, you will burn yourself." I see it like this, you know. OG is preventing you, like what you do in long term is not good or something like that, you know. It's good to have like the the OGs saying stuff like that, I guess.
Yeah. But then you hear him talking on Into the Cognisphere, and he also recognizes that SPX was built on slop. So, it's also very nuanced in that way. Like, slop has also built SPX in a certain way. Um, but we also need to protect the art that we have. So,
Yeah, I have the impression it was more degen at the beginning, you know, like more schizo content, and it's a little bit less today. But the
Yeah, and I think
cognition,
AI was less prevalent, so maybe slop was still, human-made slop. It was a different,
yeah,
different kind of slop.
Yeah, there's um there's a lot of slop you guys were talking about, the AI it makes. It's even that will be interesting. I mean, eventually there's going to come a level of AI stuff. I mean, obviously, like Ruben used, I don't know how he described it, but he used AI at some point to help create the book, but in a really different way. And I wonder if pictures will be the same at some point. You know, like there must be. Actually, I don't know. I don't know, but
yeah, yeah. I I forgot what I wanted to say. Sorry, sorry.
you good, mate.
Yeah, I remember. Um, I don't know what to think. I very agreeing with Ipe was saying, and at another way, I'm thinking like new people. There is people that want to be a part of SPX and don't have particular skills. You know, at the beginning when you come in, I was this guy. I didn't have particular skills when I came and want to contribute. So sometimes we don't need to be too hard with people because they just want to do good and just don't know how to do sometimes if it's not pure laziness and you detect it's not laziness, you know.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, man. Like I personally think like if you're if you're making something and you're trying, that's one of the factions, isn't it? Some people just I can think of one Eon, and I wouldn't say who they are, but I really love the intention behind them because they show up on different platforms and they post AI stuff, and it doesn't look like the most appealing visually, but I know that they're behind it, um, and maybe over time they'll upgrade their game. Um, so yeah. Also, I was going to say actually one point that did come up, lists. That was a contentious point in the cognosphere for a bit. I think that was this week. I don't know if you remember Jasper, and
Yeah. I remember.
I thought that was actually pretty interesting. There's a bit of heat that was funny through the week.
Yeah, definitely. Like, all right, I want to know how you feel about it first, actually.
Talk, Jasper. Don't be afraid.
No,
Say it.
because I actually don't have strong feelings. I don't have strong feelings about lists. Um, there was just one post that Fred Krueger made, um, like a month ago or something, and it was something like these people still believe, and then it was a list of like 7 people with Michael Saylor and a couple others, and then I just made like a copy pasta post of that one, and I made a list of like
Oh,
15 aeons,
nice.
um, and then that kind of turned into like, oh, so this is your list of like aeons.
Oh yeah, I
But
remember.
that
Yeah,
does.
I didn't understand why people wanted so bad to be in this list. It's just a list, bro. It's
Yeah, but
Yeah, and
Jasper's
it's like, no, I didn't even make it like, oh, this is my list of my favorite aeons or something like that. um I purposely even made it kind of random, even though most of the people are pretty high profile. But anyway, I don't really care about lists. It's just
yeah,
sometimes a list can be functional. Like yesterday, some new Aeon joined the Cognosphere, and he said like, "Who can I follow?" And then some
yeah.
people made a couple lists, and in that sense, it's functional. It works and it helps. But other than that, I think it's pretty shitty to make like a ranking list.
Oh yeah, I agree. I agree, and this is exactly PvPing each other to make a ranking, or it's like we are a coordination movement. One Aeon equal one Aeon. We need everyone, and everyone is special. And I'm not like you, and you're not like me. And you bring some stuff I don't bring, and invertedly, and that's not the Aeon way. The Aeon way is like loving everyone, and everyone is useful in the cognisphere.
I think it was as I saw it, I 100% agree, Jasper. With the it's really useful for new people joining, and it does help to have it does help to have maybe more. If you come in and there's a list and there's Maddox and Mung and Murad, the three M's, and and the bunch of OGs who have put down. Then you're able to follow culture, so that makes sense. I just thought it was more just for it being uh, a slightly dividing topic. Not that yeah, mate. I could feel in the moment. I was like, oh yeah, I don't really think I agree with lists. And then you said, oh yeah, but for new people, and I was like, oh, that's pretty good. So mate, it wasn't. I just thought it was an interesting moment whenever there's a sort of disagreement on sides. That was the only thing I could think of from the week.
Yeah, because most of the time the discussion is about perspective, right? Because you probably come from a different perspective about lists. Um, that in a sense that maybe it's more exclusive than inclusive to make a list. You know what I'm saying? Um, but that's not where I'm always coming from. Like in this sense, I just wanted to make a copy paste post, and the list that I made was just um, I needed to make that list in order to make that post, basically. And it was either I just do it and within 2 minutes it's out, or I don't do it and maybe I shouldn't have in this instance. I don't know, but sometimes it's just like don't overthink it, just post it, in my opinion.
Definitely,
And
mate.
if it
Yeah, and these days we are a lot of people, so if you want to make a list, it's like infinite. We have to put a lot and a lot of people, so like people
yeah, for
were
real.
commenting your post with a lot of other names and
Yeah, but what we can do is like, oh, who should I follow? Okay, just go to the S&P 500 versus the 6900 account and follow everyone who says DCA low or something like that. Um, Instead of giving a list, that's also a way to find aeons who are always there, you know?
yeah.
Yeah, mate. I still think it's cool. I still think I still think there's a space for them. Personally, I remember only commenting and being like, I personally don't. That's just from where I am. I personally don't think of a list because everyone on the list I've already got. But like you said, for a new person that comes in, that can be super helpful to be able to find them. And to be fair, I used lists in the beginning when I joined SPX. I was like, oh great, there's a list.
I was going to say I did the same thing. It was
Yeah,
actually really helpful because, it's like you kind of find some Aeons and accounts and people that you like their tweets or whatever. And so if you like their stuff and they're like, hey, here's 10 people that I like, it makes it a lot easier to kind of find the find the value, I guess.
And
Yeah, I think the value of lists will actually grow as time goes on, as we
and
have more subcultures and stuff. And you join from like a certain subculture, maybe you want to follow, those aeons.
and Murad was doing this back in the days, 1 year ago or something like that. He was making some lists from time to time of people to push them.
Honestly, I thought you were about to make a joke about Murad's list.
No, no.
Yeah, I remember like a year ago or so, there was something about a Murad list, and I
Oh,
don't
no,
know,
no,
a lot of people kind
no.
of, lists change, I mean, we kind of just DCA the index now.
No, list of people.
Who else have we got in here, guys? Does anyone want to jump up? We got lots of eons. If anyone wants to jump in on any of the, we had Amsterdam before, and we were talking about that. But if anyone wants to jump up and say whatever they want to say, it's an open forum. You're very welcome to come on in, guys.
Yeah, yeah. I think we could make some funny memes more these days. I remember we were making more fun stuff maybe in the previous months, and I think we have to come back with just fun stuff. It's what I'm feeling.
Yeah. You gotta bring like the S&P 500 hater kind of memes back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. This kind of stuff. The
That
hate.
uh that video I made the other day that I mixed Chad into it a lot. That's sort of like, I feel like I'm kind of embracing a little bit more of that like schizo creativity, just having fun with it. Like just trying to make myself laugh.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like Twitter still rewards funny, right? People just want to. Sometimes I see like really funny memes. They're nothing to do with SPX, and I'm like, oh, I want to post this, but this isn't. This isn't anything to do. But I'm just like, oh my god, I want to share this with all my friends. This is hilarious. But
You
it's
know, it's funny because it's part of the conversation we had. Like, hype came and said, "We need to put more quality content and this kind of stuff," and it kind of blocked a part of me to put some funny and random stuff I was putting back in days, like even putting my face. I think it's part of the. It's part of. I don't put my face anymore since this time because I have the impression is not enough quality content, and I don't know. It can be. I don't know. For myself, it's like since high posts make me reconsider what I'm posting. I don't know what you feel about that, but
Mike,
go on, sorry.
yeah, I was just gonna say, Mike, you are quality. If you want to post
thank
your
you.
bald head on the timeline, we're all gonna love it. I
Hell
th-
yeah.
I I think a lot of what hype was speaking to in terms of quality is, are you doing what you're doing with your whole heart and soul? Are you
Okay.
putting yourself into it? Or are
Yeah.
you using AI slop? Right? Like that's the difference. Quality isn't necessarily like some sort of aesthetic. Quality
Mm.
can be what you're putting out into the world. I mean, like, look at all those crazy SPX video, like early SPX video. Look at the website. You look at the original website, and it's like, how many people I've heard be like, "Oh, the original website looks so shitty," and like we could make it look more professional and stuff. And it's like, no, it's fucking hilarious that it's the way that it is. There's a reason it's that way, and people put their heart and soul into that. So whatever
Yeah.
But
whatever
Mike,
you're feeling, Mike, you do.
are you shy to go on camera now for some reason or?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't feel it anymore. I don't know why. I I'm not feeling the same as coding. I don't feel coding anymore. I don't know why. Something changed. I'm not able to explain it for now. I think I hope it will come back. But for now,
Yeah.
I'm making art because that's the only thing I feel to do.
Have
Man,
you
Tuco,
tried just recording stuff and not publishing it? Just doing it for yourself?
Yeah, I have some stuff in my phone, but like I have cringe panic attack at the moment to post, so I don't post it. Yeah, sorry, Hank, you
hey,
wanted to talk?
yeah, can I jump in? Yeah, so yeah, Tuco, you're hilarious, dude. Like what? Like, you're my favorite face to see, dude. What? I need to see that mustache, homie. Come on, man. But like, you know, I think, and that's why I brought this up, and we kind of talked about it behind the scenes, right? It's like, at the end of the day, man, we have some very, very, very talented artists, but it's not the very, very, very talented artist's job to critique artists with less talent or say what even effort is. I mean, if I made an AI slop video, that would be like rocket science, me figuring out rocket science. I have no idea, right? And so by coming out like that, that's why it was such a big deal to me, is because I'm an in real life guy. And, if I ever came out with a video that was more pointed and directed, I couldn't take that back. Right? I couldn't walk it back with a video in 2 days. And I felt what Tuco felt. Like, hey man, like I believe in this cause more than anybody, right? I'm not the biggest holder, I'm not this, I'm not the best programmer, I can't do anything. But what I can do is onboard normal people. And who, it was basically this moment where it's like, bro, like I love everything you do, but it's like, who are you to sit over here and critique us? Like we're on the same team, versus maybe going behind the scenes and seeing how you could help or what problems they're having, instead of, like it was brought up, kind of airing out dirty laundry, in the cognosphere. That was a concern I had right off the bat. And I mean, yeah, Tuco, that breaks my heart, dude. I need to see your mustache immediately.
Yeah, I hope it will come back. Like showing yourself is like you need to be in like in pure trust, in pure confidence of yourself, and I think a lot of stuff happening to me these days, and it was like barely less confidence, and it kind of ended up the confidence in myself. This kind of stories, but it's not hype fault. It's like a coincidence of timing of stuff, and I think it's really useful what hype did, but to me it did this. I don't know how to say, but yeah, i think I think that's what you wanted to talk about, Seb, and we took the time to come in.
Yeah, like I've felt that too. Even off the back of that. Now, when I post my DCAs, I'm like, oh man, it's just my DCA. But so I try and add a bit extra to it so that it's got a post. Because it's not just me putting DCA day number, blah blah blah, and loads of Eons do different flavors, and again, I actually don't mind. I know an Eon who has just had a baby, and I think he just posts like day number da day number da, and he's really busy, and I'm like, from the outside, it might just look like he's just posting another boring DCA with no flavor, but thinking about that, and he's just got like a whole new extra member to his family, and he's still DCAing and he's still posting. I'm like, oh, man, that's sick that you still show up and you post that one a day. That's and so I think yeah, like the energy behind it is usually from a really really good place, and I suppose all people like hype can do is speak their truth, which is so needed in the cognosphere, and all individuals can do is live their truth, right? And we each have to decide um, what that looks like, and that's what I've taken away from today. Anyway, that's been really really helpful for me in my
Yeah, dude.
mind.
You beautifully said, man. Because also, like, some people's art is not the best, but you feel so proud for them because they made it themselves and they made it for the cognosphere, you know? And I can tell this from personal experience because today my dad sent me three, images he made for SPX. And it's not something that I would, save and send on the timeline because it's not, it's not bad, but it's not like the best SPX coded meme. But it's my dad who made an SPX meme, so it means a lot to me. Um, and in the same way, they might feel really proud that they made their first meme for SPX or something like that. And I do wanna cherish like that.
That's
If you
beautiful.
want to start, making memes, that we support you instead of like, oh man, if it doesn't uphold like the 10-10 standard and it doesn't fit in all five categories, then suck it up or something like that. That doesn't feel right to me. But it's really difficult, the conversation. I do somewhat agree that we have to uphold like a good standard for our art. So
Yeah, send it to Reddit so Slow have to deal with it.
Jasper, you should post your dad's stuff, man. After you've told that story with it, I'd love to see
Yeah,
like what he'd made. That's sick.
yeah,
yeah,
Eon.
Yeah,
I
seriously,
actually
that's awesome.
yeah, I actually
yeah.
could. I just thought about it off the rip. So
If you put a message like "My dad started to make his first meme for SPX," it's like fucking cool post. I love it. It's
all right,
fucking
I will
cool.
do it. I will do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
love to your dad, man.
Yeah.
Hey Evan, a real artist. How are you, bro?
Yo, what's
Hey,
up, y'all?
girl.
Hey
What's
girl.
up, Evan?
Hey, girl.
Yeah, I wanted to add. I loved what Jasper was saying. It's kind of crazy, like what um, you can post something that you like don't think much about, like, and I'm speaking from like an artist angle. And like I've like shared like a quick sketch before, just a quick sketch, like just a like pencil drawing, and no one's gonna care about it, like I don't know. And then you share it, and then next thing you know, like it's kind of crazy how it can impact like certain people. And then like next thing I know, I have like a parent sending like a drawing from their kid because they liked my drawing or something like that. Like there's it's kind of crazy how like social media works with that. You just don't know like what kind of impact you're really making, and more than likely it's a bigger impact than you think, um, which is pretty cool. I mean, that's the cool thing about social media.
Yeah, the reach that you've got, Evan. I know it's a tiny bit off topic, but you've been doing loads of artwork lately. You've kind of like, is it just joined the Cognosphere, or you've been doing it for a while? I know you've been like putting way more stuff up just in this last time here.
Yeah, so I actually, I've had SPX since 2024, like yeah, a good bit. And so yeah, no, I've done those. So those like SPX themed flower gifts that you might see when you
Oh
search.
yeah, of
That's me.
course. Yeah, Evan.
I love those. Those were a lot of fun, and I sprinkle them. I make new ones occasionally and stuff, but um, yeah, no, I've kept an eye like on I've held ever since I got it. So yeah, I've just been kind of seeing how the community has grown over time and everything like that, and the ethos and everything behind it has kind of like it's just really aligned with like who I am as a person and who and kind of what sort of motivates me to make art. And I like being in the areas where I feel inspired to make art, essentially. That's when I always know I'm in the right area. And that's kind of what's like guided me throughout this space, like just the crypto space in general. I just go wherever I feel inspired, and I've been here for a minute, and yeah, I'm actually rendering out a new little art piece now. So it's been rendering for like 2.5 hours or so. So it's taken a little bit of time.
Yeah, they're dead cool, man. I'm looking at the famous Eon Flowerhead now. I actually always wondered who made them, how they even got them on the. Some people just post them on TikTok, I think it is. I see them a lot. Really well used there.
Yeah, I post them on Giphy, which I know Giphy I think can be kind of weird with like the crypto related stuff, but fortunately I'm kind of like grandfathered in with them because I've done work for them like way back and stuff. So I just have connections with the team and everything, and they kind of they let me do the crypto related stuff, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I get to put it on there, and they kind of promote my gifts some, so it kind of puts more eyes on kind of like whatever I create on there, which is pretty cool. Same with Tenure, the other gift platform, which is like Google's platform. They kind of help me out as well. So yeah, it's kind of like I saw it as a perfect opportunity to like do the SPX stuff and kind of just use it as a small little asset that people can use occasionally.
Are you drawing? Are you making draw?
Yeah, I mean, I draw. I do 3D sculpting. I do stop motion. So my career came from stop motion animation. So I still do like the old school art method. Yeah, I paint. I do all sorts of stuff. whatever I have fun doing, I'm gonna do it. And so yeah, I do a bunch of different art styles.
So cool. So cool. I love it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they look really fun, and you sound like you're in that fun energy as well, man. And I saw you've got Spaces kind of moving into SPX, binding my art to SPX6900 is how you've worded it. Spaces coming up, man.
Yeah, I mean yeah, I have some art coming soon because I've been like waiting, like the gifts I've had fun making, but like I've wanted to do uh something more kind of fun that will get me like more engaged and inspired. And yeah, this tool came along that lets you bind art to a token. And SPX, I mean, that's literally the only token I've cared about for like the longest amount of time. So I'm like, you know what, like this is perfect. Like let's do it. And it's like non-extractive, which in the space I'll be explaining how it's not. Like it's basically the art's going to serve as like just storing your coins in it, and if you want to get the coins back, you can burn the art essentially. So like you will always keep the amount that you're stored in the art, which is pretty cool. So I just think it's a fun way to just get yeah. Yeah, it's just like I think it's a great way to get art in the community, and it's gonna for the artists that like if there's any artists in here and stuff like that, like I think it's a great way to let artists in the community kind of express themselves with their own unique voices and everything like that. I think there's cool opportunities to be had with it. So yeah, that's what the space will be about.
That sounds really interesting, man. That sounds like one to watch. And even as you're talking, Evan, I'm just thinking like the more artists that come in, it will just attract more artists, and it's so cool, man. Like it is an art. It is an artist's coin in and all the things that come along with artists. Like amazing, man.
Yeah, like I mean, I feel like the communities that thrive are ones where you have like artists creating nonstop. I mean, SPX, I mean the community does a good job with that in general with all the edits, and I mean I see really cool 3D renders occasionally. Like I see all sorts of stuff, and I mean it's one of the communities where I can really see artists thriving, and because in general I think we've all seen in the crypto space in general, like artists are like kind of dropping off like one by one. Like it's very hard to make it as an artist kind of in the space and stuff. And you know, one of my favorite things about the crypto space is that you can really get to know who holds your art and really get to know them as people. And you know, that's been my favorite part because I've been around since like 2020. So yeah, been around for a minute now and everything, and that's been my like favorite part, getting to know like collectors and everything.
Yeah, we had that kind of surviving. Is that what you're kind of talking about there? Surviving as an artist, because otherwise, I guess you can't really sustain yourself.
Yeah, it's very difficult for most artists to even make it in the space right now, especially, I mean, kind of right now. I mean, the market's very slow too, but I mean, it's picking up now. But yeah, I mean, it's just kind of hard for artists to get work in the space. There's still a lot of work that can be that can happen, and I mean, I've done work through the space and everything a good bit, but in general, yeah, I think it's just been hard for artists to be able to like get supported in the space, unfortunately. But yeah, it's just kind of where we're at nowadays.
Yeah, in SPX, you're in the right place. We love artists and support every artist we have. So that's very cool to have you here, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, like, and yeah, I'll just say, like, I think I don't know who was making the point earlier, but yeah, like, there's not like this like super high standard that you're gonna get held to, and it's like anybody can create, like anybody can do, and like you got to keep, in order for artists to thrive like in a community, it's like there needs to be that openness there for like anybody to create, because the minute there's restrictions that get put in place and things like that, I mean, I feel like I've seen platforms do it in the past and it just doesn't work. It really doesn't. So no, I love everything this community um, is doing, and I'm stoked to be, you know, more active in it and everything as well. It's been really cool to see the support that y'all have been showing for my art. I feel very welcomed, and which, you know, that I feel like that inspires me all the more to create cooler and cooler work. So no, all the support means a lot.
Thank you, bro. And why did you start coming out for SPX more now? Because you've been around for a while. I saw that your gifts did like 1 million views.
Yeah, they've done like 3 million, I believe.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, they and then that's just Giphy, I believe, because they're on Tenure as well. Tenure gives you like the share counts, so that like Giphy will tell you the views, and Tenure will show you the amount of time someone shared. That's why I like Tenure, is because you can get like a concrete answer with like whether someone shared it or if they just watched it. So yeah, like again, like I think because this tool with this platform, they're called Print World. It's solid teams behind it, with the binding the art to the token. That's what it just, I mean, I instantly started making art and I felt inspired, and I was inspired by the community, so it made sense, because that's the best way I speak. Like that's how the best way I can contribute to a community, because I'm not really like, I don't know, I can't really do a lot of the other stuff. Art is the way I can I can contribute. So that's what I'm gonna do, and you know, it's gonna be a fun like little free experience that I get to share. So yeah, really, it's just like the tool availabilities. The tech is like developing with like new protocols and stuff to allow me to create with SPX. So yeah, that's kind of what just led me here to get more active.
Awesome.
That's so cool. That's very cool. Sorry, I don't have voice anymore. Seb, help me.
Yeah, that's very. I am now Tuco.
Hey Evan, what's the timeline on that? Like, did you say you're going to hold a space soon
Yeah,
to
I'm
like talk about that?
Yeah, I'm holding a space on Wednesday, so I'm gonna have the platform with me, because I want to make sure everyone like can understand like it's like safe and things like that, because you know it is a newer platform, but I know like the people behind it and everything, and they've been around for quite a while. So you know, I want to do a space, and it's a unique kind of mechanism that people aren't used to. Uh, with like binding the NFT to the token and then being able to burn it if you ever want those coins back. Like explaining that for people and stuff. I just wanted to do that. So yeah, the art's going to be launched pretty soon. So it's looking like next week more than likely, because I just want to get it up and everything. So yeah, but yeah, the art is all done and everything. So I'm just kind of doing the final little bit, doing some final touches and stuff. And I'm actually adding some traits because I'm seeing some stuff from like the art that everyone's making, and I'm like, ooh, this would be a cool, like doing my own interpretation and things like that. So I'm getting some inspiration too, which is cool.
Oh man, I'm really excited to see it now. That's thank you for making it, man. This sounds great. There's going to be a grand reveal.
Right? Yeah, and there's going to be like a choice. It's going to be kind of cool because people can choose not to reveal it and just hold it as like an unrevealed thing, or they can choose to reveal it. So like people will have the decision what they want to do. So that's kind of a fun little aspect. So it's kind of like opening like trading cards or something like that. It was what people want to do. But yeah, it's gonna be fun for sure.
Yeah, the art implement. We had Eon Girl I saw was in the audience before, and she's gone. I know that she as well was trying to start something up. It's so powerful. Like as more artists, I hope that everyone like creating something like that's behind their passion can find some success in this community, because that's so positive that people get to pursue that passion at the same time. It's obviously super valuable to the community, and we love it so much. It's like a win-win, right?
Yeah, no, totally. No, for sure. It'll be fun to have more artists around and everything too. So hopefully this will all get people creating more. I mean, that'll be the awesome end goal out of all of it. So
100%. Guys, as the designated speaker now that Tuco has has his voice has given up the ghost, I have to go. I got to go to sleep. But unless anybody
Yeah,
wants
me
to,
too, brother.
yeah, unless anyone wants to jump up, I in the last bit. Does anyone have anything that they'd like to jump in before the end?
Yeah, I can't believe you're gonna rug the space like this, Seb.
Rugged and slow. No, it's been awesome. It's been so awesome. Thanks everyone
It was a good one, yeah.
and Tuco, obviously. Thanks for. I didn't think you were going to say anything, man, but you're still awesome.
Yeah, sorry, I couldn't shut my mouth completely.
Love you, girl.
Love you, Tuco.
I love you, girls. Thank you, everyone, for being here.
Yeah,
Next
love you,
Monday,
girls.
we'll be here. And thank you, it was really cool. A lot of subjects, a lot of interaction. Very cool as always. Love you, girl.
Love you, girls.
See you soon in the Cognisphere. To persist forever. We love you.
Bye, guys.
We
Persist
love you,
forever.
girls.